Hey everybody, welcome back to Paper Play Action. This is your host, Amani Brown. We're once again invited by our illustrious co-hosts, Andre and Paul. We are here once again for another week,
Hello.
to regale you guys with tales of what we discovered this week or in the past or in general, just trying to bring new things to you guys. First off, we're going to start off with my week this time around. So, we're just gonna. The news has mainly been my week this time around. So I have a couple things that I could definitely put on there, but you're gonna see why the news has been my week. So we'll just go list off some stuff for me. More Chainsaw Man. Definitely been reading that. Stuff started popping off. I'm not gonna go into details too much on that one. I just didn't expect the story to take turns in the way it did, if that makes any sense to anyone listening. Previous podcast we talked about it, and this one is definitely something that people should check out. If you're sleeping on it, please don't sleep on it. It's really good. Just a quick synopsis because I just remembered something about it. It's about like this guy named Denji down on his luck, really hard time at living life. He kind of goes out, gets killed. Gets brought back because he has a deal with a demon, essentially. And it's like, this happens, he becomes half devil, he now gets to live his life in a new way, except he turns into a chainsaw demon. It's kind of crazy. He chases down and hunts other demons, but he's also being treated as if he is one as well, because technically he is. He manages to have full faculty of himself, and this is not unprecedented. There are other people like that. That's the basic synopsis of the plot, but I don't want to go into any more. It is genuinely a wild ride so far, so I'm just going to say, you want to go check it out? Go check it out. And it's like, don't sleep on this one. Just don't. Next one, no, I'm late to the party, but decided to just check up on Yu Yu Hakusho. Actually give that a try. I have plenty of... I have plenty of friends. I haven't finished it, but I have plenty of friends that have seen it, enjoyed it. It was their childhood. They loved it. I grew up with Naruto. I grew up with Dragon Ball, but I didn't actually. Yu Yu Hakusho was the ones that I would see on TV sometimes, but I never caught it really. Like I never got a decent amount of the actual story. Not gonna lie, I enjoy it so far. Going back to the original episodes, I thought that it was gonna have the Dragon Ball problem, where the story just kind of goes way beyond what it originally was entailing. But I've now gotten far enough in those couple episodes to basically be like, no, actually it doesn't. It seems very almost better set up than Dragon Ball is. Not to compare the two or anything inherently, to be like, oh, this one sucks and this one doesn't. I was a fan of original Dragon Ball, and then Dragon Ball Z is dope. I love it. I grew up with it, but it's just at the same time there's just a very huge difference between those two. If anybody's seen both, they're just tonally different. The series grows into something else. And the initial first couple episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, knowing the little bits and pieces from osmosis of Yu Yu Hakusho, I thought it was going to do that. I was like, oh wow, it's going to end up in a way different place from here, but it doesn't. It kind of manages to, it looks like it's very much set up from the beginning. There's no, we're going to get here at some point. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's kind of dope. If you haven't gone, if you were always on the fence about Yu Yu Hakusho or something like that, just didn't know, I would say I would recommend it. It's been a good ride so far. I'm not too deep in, though. I'm not even going to say that. I'm almost halfway through the series. It's 100 or something episodes. I'll get there when I get there. It's the best way I can describe that one.
Damn, you're further than I am, so good job.
Oh, I'm not that far. I'm probably episode 16, 15. I saw how long it is. It's 150 something episodes.
Oh, okay.
It's
fair warning to you and to the viewers. If you get to about where I am, I think it's episode 25 to 30, something like that, and you're seeing these rich dudes hire these crazy guys. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get there. If it's boring for you like it is for me, and it is sinfully so, just keep going, because I've been told many times it gets better, and I imagine it does.
Yeah, the little bits and pieces I've gotten through osmosis definitely told me that it's it gets kind of nuts towards the ending, and I'm like, all right, I want to get there. I want to see. Yeah. Next on my list, as far as what I was doing this week, Um, Persona 5 Scramble came out, better known in the U.S. as Persona 5 Strikers. Um, that game is dope. That game is honestly dope. They took what is essentially an award-winning RPG. For those that do not know, you probably should go play Persona 5, either the original or Royale. Royale is better in my opinion. Don't at me. They just honestly did the same story and they made it better. But Scrambled is a sequel specifically to the first version of it. If you haven't played Persona 5, I would say what are you doing, but like just RPGs aren't everybody's cup of tea. I feel that. It's like, so I'm gonna say I go recommend it. If you're looking at it at Scrambled is basically the same world and everything, but they made it a Musou game. For those that don't know what a Musou game is, it is essentially the 1 versus 100 kind of action games where it's just like it involves the idea of you being one person, either a soldier on a battlefield or one person in general, fighting usually like 100 to 200 guys at a time at any given moment. It's cool. It's really fun to look at. These games are known for not having a lot of depth, but they do their best. It's the best way to describe it. They're pretty fun, kind of brain dead games for the most part. You can kind of turn off your brain and you can play it. There are bits of strategy to them because the idea is that like you are, especially in some of them, you are a in particular soldier on the field, and you are trying to make your way against other generals and stuff. There are hundreds of soldiers on the field, but then you'll run into another general who's like just as tough as you, and it's like, okay, we'll deal with him as he comes, or her, or whatever. And they're known for having huge rosters. The way Persona 5 Scrambled does it, or Strikers, because if you guys are gonna look it up in the US, it's called Strikers. I don't know why they changed the name. I guess they felt like,
well, scrambled.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they felt like Americans just won't get scrambled. Yeah, so it's just like we're just gonna change it. But
I also drink bacon grease, so my opinion doesn't matter.
I think that would somehow lessen your opinion just a little bit because you drink. Why do you drink bacon grease if you do?
I like to clog my arteries.
Fair enough. He's like, but the basic idea with that one is they managed to make what is genuinely usually a kind of mindless or easy to play, I shouldn't say mindless, but easy to play genre into, they made it quite difficult. This thing has so much of Persona's DNA in it that like if you're going into it as a Warriors fan, you probably are going to get your ass kicked for a minute. You're just not prepared for what they're throwing at you. And as a fan of both, I feel all the DNA that they took out of the rest of the Persona games and put it in there, and I'm like, oh wow, they really made those mechanics important. He's like, I thought I could have just like vibed a little bit, but nah, I gotta focus. Focus.
I've never played Persona, so I'm really interested in. I know you guys told me I could either play Strikers or Persona 5, I think, or was it Persona?
It was Royale.
Battle something maybe. Royale.
It was it was maybe? Persona 5 Royale.
Okay.
And the normal one, the original one. I would always recommend 4 because that's like a mystery one, and that's on PC now if you get a good one. But like, actually, you don't even really need a good one for it because it's an old game. But 4 is a mystery. Each of the Persona games have like a theming to them. 5 is more the idea of like being a thief in the night. You are that romanticized version of a thief where you have your team, you guys go in, get out, you're never seen, you leave a calling card and everything. It's really cool. 4 is more of a just a actual detective story. It's actually a detective story, just straight up. You are playing as a group of kids who start realizing that there are murders going around in town. And you're like, time to start figuring things out. You kind of piece together what's been happening around this mysterious thing known as the Midnight Channel. The only downside about Scrambled, I will have to say, or Strikers, is that game really relies on you playing. It's very clearly a sequel game. There are things that they mention, stuff that's referenced. The game doesn't actually pretend like you don't know some of the stuff already. There's little moments where they'll be like, oh yeah, just in case you forgot, this is a thing. But it's very much like, as fun as it is, I can't recommend like someone new just to jump into it because you'd be confused, at least at certain parts, because it treats it as if you've already played the other one. It doesn't look like it has any spoilers for the previous game, which is good, but it definitely is just like the concepts are being thrown at you and are not explained too hard because they're like, you're familiar with what this is. It's like, so by all means, I would recommend playing the first one before Scramble. But Scramble is dope. If you ever get a chance to just, especially Andre, because you sounded interested, if you ever get a chance to just mess around with it, I would recommend messing around with it. But just not one to jump into if you were looking for a story. Music. Just gonna go straight to the next one on my list. Oh yeah, I got into the Guilty Gear beta. That one's, the open beta's out now. You guys can check it out. It's pretty good. I got to mess around with like 3 characters today. So it's out like right now for download. I messed around with like the big black samurai guy. I always forget his name. I know it means snow. I call it. It's like, it always bothers me every time because I'll see it. I'm like, there it is. It's Neo Yoki or whatever it is. I'm butchering his name, and there's a ton of Guilty Gear fans that are probably gonna hear this and be like, "I'll kill you." I'm like, he's new, and his name means snow. They could have chose a simpler name. I get it. He's like, if I say it's a big black samurai man, I think everyone just kind of sees it and was like, I know who you were playing. He's like, I messed around with him. Messed around with Giovanna, who is this really cool detective-looking girl. She's got one of my favorite aesthetics, which is girls in suits for some reason, and a giant dog. She's got a giant pupper, spirit pupper that comes out and helps her fight. It's really cool. And Ramathal, or Ram Lethal. It really depends on who's pronouncing it. But she's dope. She's a girl with this weird organic-looking cloak. Like the cloak has teeth and stuff like that, but she also has these 2 giant massive swords. She's easily been one of
Nagori Yuki, that's his name. He looks badass.
Yes, he looks awesome.
I see what you mean.
He's very like, it's one of those
probably
things.
the only black samurai.
Yeah, you see a giant black samurai man, and you're like, all right, I know who it is.
That is the coolest hell. Here, let me just send the Google search.
Just put it in the chat. And just be like, oh,
you can look him up, Jay.
I understand.
Red. Wait, is it?
What is this?
I might have messed up.
What is this?
That's the homie. That's what I'm saying. He's just like,
What is
that's him.
this? Absolutely, brother.
Exactly.
This design is sick.
And Ramathal, who is, yeah, she has like the 2 giant swords. She's honestly one of my favorite designs in all of Guilty Gear, besides Baiken. And Baiken's not in this game, but I personally want a statue of Ramathal. I feel like there's some really cool statues that you could get of that woman in particular. But just gonna, as we're still going and speedrunning for me, last thing on my week before we jump into the rest of you guys. And who wants to go next? Just to might as well get that out of the way.
I want. How about Paul? You go first this time.
Okay.
I think I went first.
I went first last time.
Oh, alright, bet. That works.
It's fine either way.
So,
but
speaking of like, oh, go ahead.
Oh wait, that was the Lost episode. No.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll
Oh well, I'll go first this time.
It's a good spot. But what I'm gonna say right before we continue, 13 Sentinels is on sale right now. I can't scream at you guys enough. Go get it. I already bought it. I don't know how much it's on sale. Someone would have to check for me, or someone would have to go check in general.
Is it on Steam? Is that where you're playing it?
I'm playing it on PlayStation right now. They have a big sale going on.
Oh, you loser! No.
Hey man, look, it's the kind of game that like it doesn't even matter if you play it on PC or not. Like it's gonna look good regardless.
Nah, PC Master Race. If I can't put everything on Ultra, then
what is Ultra in a 2D painterly game?
I know.
No, I know.
No, I swear, man. PC fanboys are gonna come at me if they hear this, but like seriously, y'all gotta chill out. You don't need Ultra settings. Ultra settings bog down your performance. for like things to look just a crispy
I
hair.
always
better.
prefer the 60 frames over the crispy looking graphics.
Man, I take 45 frames. I get 45 frames, like, even if I set Cyberpunk up, right? It plays
That's
just
true.
fine.
But 13 Sentinels for sure. Gonna
The hell
scream
is
that
this
one more time. Yo, it's on sale. Go get it. Please. He was like, but that's gonna do it for my week. As we can see, we had to do. But for me personally, I
Oh,
did
this
speed run,
one.
because you'll understand in a moment. The news was my week. The news was the week. But go ahead.
All right. So, for starters, I've been watching a lot of House MD, and now I know a lot of people of the, let's say, older, like late 20s, mid 30s, like they watched House. All right. They already know that show because it was on TV when they were watching it on TV.
Good behind show.
But for someone who just recently got into it, man, this is the only show about people working in a hospital that I genuinely enjoy. This is the only show. So House MD, and I'll explain why in a second. House MD is about in fact, I'll get the official synopsis of it because I like my synopsis, but that would take away why I love House so much. So as IMDb describes it or summarizes it, an antisocial maverick doctor who specializes in diagnostic medicine does whatever it takes to solve puzzling cases that come his way using his crack team of doctors and his wits. I love this show because this guy is basically he's basically it's Sherlock Holmes if Sherlock Holmes worked in a hospital and was a diagnostician.
That's true.
And my God, dude, if you guys want to watch this show, you should watch this show. I don't really need to say much about the show for you to watch it. Just the first couple of episodes and you'll be hooked. Especially if you love TV dramas, especially those around the medicinal industry, that sort of genre. This show is down to his best friend being named Watson or Wilson, which is essentially his Watson. House himself lives on 221B. His apartment is 221B. So it's Sherlock Holmes.
It is Sherlock Holmes.
And the guy is
Dude, I never made that connection watching that show.
he's wildly charismatic. A lot of people say Hugh Laurie's accent, who he is a British native. A lot of people say that his American accent is grating and it's very noticeable. I think it's great. I think it's fine. You know, I've heard him speak without the accent. I've heard him speak with the accent.
As an
He sounds
American
fine.
person, I agree.
Yeah, like honestly, get over it. You know, I'm watching on Amazon Prime. I think I'm on season 2 or 3, and on episode 12. A lot of really cool stuff. A lot of really cool puzzles. If you love puzzles like myself, you'll especially love the show because you're gonna want to solve every episode along with the team and exactly where you're going with it. Unless you're just way ahead of the episode, way ahead of the team, way ahead of the script. Exactly what is going on in the show is going to be where you're at. So you're never, at least for me, I'm not going to be disappointed by an episode. And all the characters in the show, phenomenal. Literally every character that I've seen in the show and that I've spoiled, there's stories that I've spoiled for myself by watching clips on YouTube. All of them are cool characters, you know. And it's the kind of show, in my opinion, and I will always preface things in my opinion. It's where hospital TV dramas sort of peaked. You know what I mean? Like and that's not to say anything about any other show, sort of like Grey's Anatomy, The Good Doctor. Let's see, what's the one with the show about? No, is that The Good Doctor? Isn't The Good Doctor the show about the doctor who he's... Yeah, it is.
Autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
With
is.
Freddie Highmore. Yeah, that's the Good Doctor.
Okay.
But that and Grey's Anatomy, and I'm thinking of another one. It's on Fox. I can't remember what it's called. These are all
ER
great
was always
shows.
good though. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
ER was another one that was like.
The one on
ER.
Fox, I
Yeah.
think you're talking about, is that one that's like the doctor is like the head doctor or whatever, and he's like a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I will agree that House is easily
it's a
one
good
of my favorites though. It like you mentioning it makes me want to go
The
back
Resident.
and rewatch it from the beginning
Hmm.
because I've never actually watched House from episode 1 forward. I've always caught like
know,
a ton of the episodes
Absolutely.
at random. So
Absolutely.
it definitely makes me want
Absolutely
to go back
watch
and just go like, you know what? Good point. I gotta watch all the House. Gotta go.
Do you
through
have
this.
Amazon Prime? That's where I'm watching it.
I do.
All of it. All of it is on Amazon Prime for
All
free.
right, so that's happening. Probably after you.
All of it.
After I finish UU, or I'll drop another. I won't drop a show, but once I finish another show, maybe WandaVision. I'll replace WandaVision with House.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Elizabeth Olsen. We talked about this on the episode that
God.
didn't get to premiere. That woman is delightful.
Delightful. Oh,
I
my
probably
God.
shouldn't have said it like that.
No.
I don't think of nasty fantasies with her, guys. I think just she's like a genuinely gorgeous woman. That's all.
Absolutely, she is.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
She's in the
she
category I
is.
call simply beautiful. You know.
And what else have I been into today? In this week, so I've been watching House for a few weeks. I think that's what I got for now.
So we're bringing House for sure.
I'm gonna slide it over to you, Paul. What you got, man?
All right. So my week actually turned into a week of a lot of reading and a lot of self-discovery. The self-discovery stuff I did that last week, it's whatever. So we'll have that published. But this week, I was kind of like, I was reading this series called Realm of the Elderlings, and they were like, it's all very slow burns, and anybody that does see this, if you're like, oh my god, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I know. I just, reading 16 of them in a row, that's a bad idea. That was like, I wanted to die. But, so I have the other book sitting there, it's waiting. I remember everything. I wrote everything down that happens. But what I did was I looked up 2 fantasy series to find, right? So I could kind of like fill that gap and get to reading again.
Mm-hmm.
And what I ended up finding was these 2. So the first is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is for both of you, all right? This is basically if an anime was turned into a novel. Okay?
Oh, Mistborn?
The book is this. Yeah.
Yes,
you read
sir.
Mistborn?
I haven't read it yet, but I'm getting it soon.
Okay, dude, like seriously. All right, let me go over the pros and cons. Right, pros: the world building is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brandon Sanderson is really good at describing everything that goes on, and he doesn't overload you with it. You just kind of flow with it. And you're like, yeah.
How's his magic
And it's-
system?
The magic system, yeah. This is how I know he's the magic system guy because the
I'm interested.
character Kelsier goes and attacks this mansion,
Mm-hmm.
and it literally goes through all the metals he burns within his body and all the powers. That he does. And you're
Oh, that
just like,
sounds cool.
This is so.
Wait a minute. So
No, listen. Yes. Amani,
Okay.
I know you don't read much, like because you're, like,
Dude.
you're more of like a comic guy. But listen, this is for you. This is why I brought it up. So the magic system is like there's like I think 10 different metals. There's also partners to metals. So like 10 pairs with something else. So like you can push and pull on metals. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
strengthen yourself, enhance your vision, things
Okay.
like that. So. Those are the pros, right? It's incredible. There's action. The way the prose is written, I'm 195 pages in, and it doesn't feel like it. Like it goes, man. This guy,
Thank you for the
something
reference.
about how he writes, it's like that. And apparently, like, there's this trilogy, then there's the next trilogy, or I think the next one is 4 books. He hasn't written the 4th yet, but then he has this big epic, like, Wheel of Time epic that he's working on called Stormlight Archive, which is still the same kind of writing. But anyways, like this one, I'm getting into it. And another pro, dude, look up fan art of Vin, and you'll see the sword that she's sitting on. You know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, don't look it up. Let me send it in the
Okay.
chat so I can show
I was
you.
about to say, let me go.
Because
find
this was a big pro. I saw this. I don't know if it comes to play in the first book, but I saw the cover at work because I was like, I don't know if I want to keep going because I'll get in the negatives in a second. But, then I saw that cover and I was like, well, I got it. I got to keep going now. Let me, here it, oh, that's the perfect picture. Yeah. Let me get the one where she's sitting on
I
it.
almost want you to just sit here and just tell me about how this magic system works, because that sounds like you're burning off metal.
I could,
That's
I
super
could, but
cool.
that's,
Mm.
take your own time to read it, because God, it's not complex, but also it is. Like, I understand now why people call this man the magic system guy, because it's yeah, it's magic systems,
Mhm.
all right?
This is the dope
All right, this is a
idea,
perfect
bro.
picture. Let me show you.
Magic,
just link a
because
new
I always
tab.
like the idea that like magic comes out at cost. It's not the only one that I like, but like I've always liked the idea of being like, yeah, if you're gonna use this
Yeah.
crazy superpower, it's
Go
gonna
check
it's gonna
that
take a. Oh, that looks crazy. Okay, that's really cool art.
Yeah, yeah, I saw this. I'll send you the picture of the actual cover too. I saw that and I was like, well, goddamn, I gotta keep reading, bro.
Really cool art. Sorry, like we'll put it in the Twitter for sure. We'll just post that. But this is dope
Yeah.
looking, honestly. I was like,
But yeah, that's that sword is called the where is it?
Um,
What is it called? The Koloss sword, which in the Koloss in it are known as like these great warrior things that they call upon, and now I understand they're these giant things with swords apparently. So, you know,
it looks like the Buster Sword, which already has got me like I freaking love that sword. So
yeah. Now, like I said, I don't know if it comes to play in this one yet, but I do know for a fact.
oh, that's fine. You already won me over with how the magic works already. I want to learn
Yeah,
more.
and not just that, dude. It flows so quickly and so like visually because of just how Brandon Sanderson writes that like it's just right for you. Anybody in here that sees this and is like, I don't really read books like that. I think Mistborn and anything that this man writes is good for you. It flows. You know what I mean?
So what was the name
So-
of this one again, just to be sure?
This is Mistborn.
Mist.
It's the Mistborn saga. I believe it's the first trilogy because again he has a second trilogy. And here's the story. Here's the other pro. Like get this. All right. So it's one part Lord of the Rings, one part like steampunk Victorian London, one part anime crazy magic system, and then I'd say one part he has it on his website. It's like some movie and it's a heist. So jumbling all that together so it doesn't sound too complex. It's like basically if Sauron won. He's controlling the world. He's controlled it for 1,000 years. Everybody's slaves to him and the nobility. And so they're like, well, what happens if we overthrow him and take the city? And that's the first book. And that's awesome, So
That is sick.
I
man.
definitely recommend it. So that's the pros. The cons is his writing
selling
style.
point.
It's not going to be exactly. The cons though is his writing style. It's not for everybody. Me, I like a little more like I want to call it the meat and potatoes of writing. It's not like it's bare bones. He describes things well. It's more particularly it's the dialogue. And anybody that has read his books and comes in here is going to be like, oh, absolutely. Anybody that's new, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like you know how Brian Michael Bendis writes and like it's like cheesy one-liners and everybody's bantering back
Yeah.
and forth.
I both like that and
That's what he
understand why
writes
people
like.
don't like that, but I like that.
Right. And for me, it's not the best part because some of it, it's like Vin, like for instance, the first time she throws something with the power, Kelsier catches it. He goes, "I knew you'd do that." It's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
Just immediately
But-
get no into the character after one line.
oh man, you're gonna have a fun time editing that down. This would be so
no,
loud.
no, I'll do
But,
it. It's fine.
But yeah, like besides all that, right? Oh, here's a fan holding the sword too. So besides his witty, your bantering and whatnot, I can't recommend it enough, man. I really was blown away. Like at first, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, this dialogue. But then 200 or 100 pages later, I'm still reading, and then I saw this. Here's a person cosplaying, so you can get an
Okay,
idea.
so you'd have to go look up, I
Bro.
guess, fan with Vin's sword or the Colossus sword. You said it was the Colossus. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Colossus sword. If you find this, you will find what I can only describe as a small child holding what is probably the actual size of the Buster sword.
yeah.
Like to scale.
And dude, imagine, listen, the magic system is like they manipulate metal and throw it around and push and pull on it, bro. Imagine her flipping through the air with this. I cannot
Okay.
wait.
So I
read
need
that.
to understand something about with this magic system. So is it more so the idea that like it's like ultimate magnetism, where like you're using it in a way, or are you like literally being like, all right, I know that tin
So,
does
okay,
this,
so
so
it's-
we can burn off tin.
It's different things. So different metals do different things. I can't remember which one does which, because I'm only
I
200
know you're
pages
fine.
in or whatever.
You don't have
but,
to remember everything. I just need a
What's
basic.
called, but like certain metals, so like it has like law of equivocal exchange essentially. So like basically, you can use the one metal to push on something and launch yourself up in the air, so you can soar through the air and like keep doing that. And so like the one dude Kelsier, when he does it, he has a bag of coins. He keeps throwing them out, and pushing on them because. Like when you push against it, it'll go, but once it hits something solid, it'll push back on you. So of course you put that on the ground, it's gonna launch
Okay.
you up. Whereas when you pull on something, it's kind of the same type thing. If it's like your weight or lighter, you can move it towards you. But if you pull on something that's heavier than you, it's going to pull you towards it or something like that.
Bet we got
It's like,
Snatch.
Damn,
but then there's also, you know, strengthening their body, and then there's the seeing better, and there's one that what was the other one? I can't remember, but yeah, it's like when I heard this was the magic system, guy, I was like, I don't really know, you know, what the hell that means. But then I started reading it, I was like, oh,
See, I
okay,
don't know.
yeah.
I have no idea what this means, but it sounds dope.
Like literally, he just throws you in, and you're basically reading a manga. Like it's like, but in a book. Like it's great, and it flows so fast. I can't recommend it enough.
All
to
you told
guys,
me is
so.
that this just deserves to have a show of some kind. Hey, people developing
I
the
think it's in
Witcher
the works,
series,
actually.
please do this. That sounds dope.
I believe it's in the works. He's actually helping develop it because he's a very prolific
Yes.
writer, and he also they're bringing some diversity to it, which I know some people are averse to, but because he's part of it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna not be like shoehorned in. You know what I mean? It's gonna like. It's
Out
gonna
of
be-
curiosity,
So-
based on what you've
What's
already
up?
read, do you think it'd be better as an animated show or a live action one?
Oh god, if they do, I don't care, man. If it was animated, it'd be cool and dope. You could do like a Afro Samurai, a Samurai Champloo smooth style of, you know,
Mhm.
fighting. But if it's a show, as long as you got a good director on board, I think that'd be just fine.
Because I asked that because there's just
Or good
some
directors.
ideas are just better off being like for instance, Power Rangers. And people might try to kill me on this one. I love
Yeah,
Power
yeah,
Rangers, but Power Rangers would have hit real different if Power Rangers was animated.
Animated, yeah. I think it'd be better animated, but that's
Yeah,
just
it's
personal.
a personal thing, but I can understand
But,
why everybody would be like, "Yeah, that's cool," but I would love to actually being able to see Tommy in person and be like, "Oh, yo, that's the guy that played Tommy."
Yeah.
Like, I can't take that away from you. It's cool.
So, yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah. So let me move on because otherwise I will take too much longer. But yeah, so Mistborn was more my suggestion. You, Amani, Andre, are we doing the red thing or what? I can't.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's fine.
I'm sorry if I messed up. Like, I guess it doesn't
Struck
matter
into
now, but
Eats podcast.
struck out again. Anyways, I more recommended that for Amani, but I know like you would like it too, and then the fact that you're already planning on it, absolutely dive in and read it. But the second one is more a suggestion for you, Amani. I don't recommend.
Okay,
it at
cool.
all. Because- okay, so the second series, you know how you said Persona Strikers kind of just throws you in? Well, there's the series called Malazan Book of the Fallen. It's 10 books long. Basically, all 10 books are one giant book, okay? Because book 1 takes place on one continent, book 2 takes place on another, book 3 goes back to that first continent, book 4, I think, goes to another continent, or something like that. So it hops around, but it's essentially like it's one big book, okay? And not just that, this story is, and I'm going to preface it before I get into it, what I like about it, is based on, it's written by Steven Erikson. He and his friend, I don't remember what occupation his friend has, but he is an anthropologist who was like, I want to write fantasy, and he plays D&D. So he and his friend came up with this huge, he and his friend came up with this huge D&D world, and then he made it into a book series.
Yes, dude.
And, okay, so like,
Sounds like ideas.
I've already got you fired up. Now,
Yes,
here's where it's
dude.
not for you, Amani, because you have to be an avid reader, all right? This book does not hold your hands. I'm in the first book, all right? It literally has, like, jumped around through characters and just in time, like skipping over events in between, just da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's not in a bad way. It's like... And the thing is, too, the characterizations, it's never, like, taken its time with all these characters either yet. I haven't even been, established with the main ones, I don't think. Because, I'm not going to spoil it for myself and keep reading. But the way it characterizes people is by their dialogue and their actions. So you're never given characterization like you used to. It's just how you imagine it. And you want to... It's all nuanced.
fair.
And
I like
it
that,
throws
actually.
you into the middle of the story. There's no fucking intro. The prologue that it gives you in the first book is, I guess, a prologue, but it's not. It's literally just a dude watching a city as, like, there's people being killed for witch hunting, or for being witches and whatnot. Okay, so then you get to the magic. Now, the magic system isn't as in depth as Brandon Sanderson. I don't know the extent of it. I'm not that far. But there's necromancy, all right?
Okay.
There's, like, already, like, in the early parts, this isn't even a spoiler, you meet, like, 2 powerful mages / gods who take a girl hostage because she can't see, and they summon these hellhounds that go and kill, like, 140 dudes
God.
off page. Like, you gotta understand, the way it hops around for, like, me and Dre, because we have, like, very, like, film-driven brains, a lot of people are like, it's hard to read these books. For me and you, dude, that's not hard at all. We just hop
Just go
along, you know
along.
what I mean? It's like
Let it
crack
take you.
cocaine. I haven't read something I've been so addicted to, except maybe Mistborn, as that. Like, that I cannot explain to you what it's like being thrown in, my hands not being held. I have to like think about what I just read and put it all together.
Ooh.
And there's also a floating castle in the sky.
Ooh.
from
Yes.
With a castle.
Ooh.
And then
That's
you got
one of
like
my
ancient
favorites.
elder gods and stuff. Like,
All
bro,
right.
it's
What's
a
this called?
huge series.
What's it called?
All right?
Ooh.
Once again, for the
It's called Malazan Book of the Fallen.
Malazan
I'll
Book
send
of
you the link.
Fallen.
Yeah, if heck, I won't share this online, obviously, guys. But if you want my Kindle,
Steve
thing,
Erickson.
I can get it to you for free. Let me type something real quick.
Click.
Gotta get the whole
There you
ASMR
go.
this long.
That's a message for you guys and not for the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll share my Kindle account with you. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyways, it's it doesn't hold your hand, and that's what. So like the pros to it is you have like just it's like classic fantasy on crack.
God.
You know what I mean? It's just what I've been looking
This
for,
album,
man. It,
not
like,
album art, this cover art, this book art,
oh, did you look it up?
dude.
Yeah, no, dude, listen. I was reading on YouTube somebody's comment. And he was like, imagine a movie scene of this. And then he explained what happens in the book. And it's like assassins fighting on rooftops while war is impending coming to this town. I was like, that's the coolest image I've ever thought of.
Okay. 'Cause
Like,
you don't recommend this one to me because of how it
okay,
reads.
the reason.
But
Okay, so yeah, that's
I
where I'll
wanna
get to the pros and
understand
cons.
something, Because
What's up?
we write. Usually,
Okay. Let me read the first paragraph to you. You'll understand.
maybe not do that on the podcast just in case. Just in case. I mean, I get the idea of like, this is a passage part. But
You can get a free sample on Kindle. I can get you one.
I'm just thinking of like maybe let's not for copyright purposes. I don't know. I don't know
Nah,
what the
it'll be
rule
fine.
is on that one. I just want to be safe.
I'll just read the first sentence. All right. Now, not every sentence is like this.
But it's a good example of what you mean.
Okay, actually, I'll go a little bit further in that way. Okay. This visit was his third in as many years. He'd long explored the courtyard with its heaved cobblestones, the old keep, now stable, its upper floor home to pigeons and swallows and bats, and the citadel where even now his father negotiated the inland export tiv with the harbor officials. So it's like, it's not like Brandon Sanderson where it's kind of like more accessible. It's a very,
Okay.
I don't even want to say like classic prose. It's just, it's a little heavy.
You gotta be able to
You
read
know?
what you're reading and let that
Exactly.
word.
And just
Read
let it
this
sit.
book if
However-
you need to with the thesaurus next to you.
So,
Okay.
so his writing is
Or a
both
dictionary.
a gift and a curse. Go ahead, Dre. My bad. Dumb.
Huh? No, it just sounds like this is the kind of book where if you don't have the kind of imagination, if you think you don't have the kind of imagination that is conducive to a story like this,
Well-
just get a thesaurus or a dictionary, sit down, and
Right.
and just
Just let it guide you.
Not just that.
Just-
Here's where it's okay. So the pros are also cons, but also like I haven't reached the real cons yet. I'm not that far yet, you know. But so the pros and the cons, we'll just go over like what makes it so like unique to me is again the characterization. It's very much just they're there. They just exist. It's not like they're gonna take their time to go through all this inner workings of their thoughts. The interview with him himself, he says he only did that a few times, and the rest of it is just, it's the characters what they're doing. So that could be good, but also bad. But also like, why I said it was more for Dre than you, Amani, but also why I'm thinking now that you could definitely do it is because he's an anthropologist, right? He studies like civilizations and shit or whatever, right? The way he writes, it's so like descriptive, but not like the Wheel of Time over descriptive or like boring descriptive. You know what I mean? He paints the world so well. It's almost like you're reading the story of a real place, so that tangibility feels great when you read it, and it just like it helps me, and I imagine anybody else that reads it, picture it immediately. However, that also could throw people off because you're not like having everything explained like you normally would. I guess that's like I can't explain what the difference is, but once you start reading it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it just it's so unique. And so the other negative is this: people that have read it and suggest it say you need to get 2 to 3 books in, because you have the first book, which can be confusing and a bit of a mess to people because you're kind of just thrown in. Then you have the second book; it's an entirely new continent with entirely different characters and an entirely different story, right? Even though it plays into the meta and will tie into the
Like it
very
all
end.
matters.
That's how the whole book. That's why it all is called Malazan Book of the Fallen. All 10 books are one book, right? And essentially, even though they're different books, but yeah. So you have to give it 2 to 3 books, and then the third book again hops back to the first book's continent and whatnot. So that can be jarring for
can
people,
understand that.
and definitely a turn off because it's a lot to commit to really get into a series. But at the same time, that's also a grace period because you're reading 3 books, you're getting used to how he does things, and you're really getting thrown into this world and getting to stop and think about it. And man, I've never been so assaulted, like peripherally or like in my mental prison while reading a book like I have with that. That was just like fantasy, like I've always imagined it, like dudes flying through the air doing crazy stuff. That book has it. Like it's
I'll
great.
give it a shot.
Cannot recommend
I'll definitely give it a shot. I want to preface this. I definitely want to give. It was Steamborn, right?
Oh, Mistborn. Yeah.
Mistborn.
Give
I
that
want
one
to
a
give
shot
that
first.
one more of a shot because you really caught my attention with that one. But this
Honestly,
one doesn't
I would
sound
say-
too bad. I might just give it a shot at some point, just because I am trying.
I
to
would
read it more.
honestly say your best bet would be to start with Mistborn, see if you can get through the trilogy, kind of like familiarize your brain a little bit more with like reading books, because I know you're like really trying to like push for that now. I would say go for that because he's so accessible. That'll really get you into that. And then if you wanted to continue with the whole Mistborn saga up to like book 6 where they're at now, I think there's gonna be a 7th. You could do that. You could jump onto Stormlight and get his other version of like old fantasy, which is not old at all. It's his take on it, so it's unique. But I would say you could go through that and then jump on Malazan, or give Mistborn a try first and hop right in. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. Give it a shot. See if you like it. Either way, I'm gonna share my info with you guys and let you have my ebooks, my Kindle ebooks.
throw
you
it
don't
out
pay
to you
for it.
guys.
I already bought it. Yeah. But there you go. That was my bad. I know that got on. That went a little
No,
long.
you're actually
normally
fine.
we'll try not to do that, but
Trust
I,
me,
like,
you're
those were. I'm very passionate about
you're
those. I'm so
honestly
happy.
fine.
Those were.
Please.
I
Please.
rushed through mine only because I know what is on the list. Like I said, the news was my week, so you guys will understand very quickly as to why. It's like, I'm just gonna speed through some of my stuff real quick.
Well, go ahead and jump in the news. I'm done. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you enjoy.
Very interested in that.
Seriously.
All right, so we'll just kick off with the first topic for the news. We'll just jump right in, and we'll start off with not the biggest, but definitely the most talked about thing for a while now. The Snyder Cut trailer. How you guys feeling about it? Because I did have to look at that real quick. Yeah, like I feel like a lot of you guys have your own thoughts on that one.
Oh, dude, everyone has their thoughts.
Everyone's got their thoughts on that one.
You kidding?
I think I'm plenty aroused by it.
I looked at it honestly, and I was just like, I'm not disappointed.
My bad.
I'm looking at it. I can honestly say I'm not disappointed. I don't know what to think. I'm just constantly looking at it, being like, "All right, so what is it?"
ratio is really weird for me, but the start of the trailer hooked me in. Like watching Superman's last cry of pain and death and anguish be carried out in a sonic boom. Like, I've only seen Superman actually use the strength of his voice a few times in comic books, and now that I'm looking at it with him dying, that's actually very artistically. It's just cool, man.
It's pretty
It's
freaking
just
cool.
It's cool, man. This is really cool, man. I'm not gonna say I'm worried. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I agree.
I'm gonna say the same thing on that one. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not worried about this. To me, it doesn't have to do the same job as everyone else is saying. I'll just preface this. For me personally, I know a lot of people need it to beat Justice League, like the original version of Justice League. It's like, it just needs to be better. For me, it doesn't need to be better. I just need to understand two things. If it's better than Justice League, it's like, okay, cool. I don't know why Warner Brothers decided that this just wasn't the way to go about it if they were wanting to do this. If it's worse than Justice League, it just basically like finishes my curiosity of being like, so this is what couldn't be shown.
Yeah. Well, what we talked about before the podcast, I think, like, I still stand by the fact that, like, there was that rumor that it was just simply unwatchable, and that's why I brought in Joss Whedon and this and the other. But the thing is, like, I almost said Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey is now in this movie.
What's
He
this
plays the
man's
Joker.
name? Zack Snyder left before it finished, and so that first cut and edit that they watched, of course it was going to be bad. He wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe that. I could totally believe that that's the reason why they said it was unwatchable. But if it wasn't, if that wasn't the reason, let's just say it wasn't, and it was the story, at this point, I just want to know what was considered unwatchable. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
it's
same.
like, I just want to see the train wreck on this one. He's like,
Yeah,
I don't
sometimes
want
some
it to
people
fail.
just really like watching car crashes, man.
He's because
You know?
it's
You know?
not even just that. It's just the idea of like, how could you do so badly that people were that Hollywood was just like, we just can't put this out, man. You have dollars, you have actual money that we threw behind this, and we usually are pretty fast to just be like, screw it, it's a stupid superhero movie, and just throw it out, and then whatever happens. How did you mess up so badly that even when we have sometimes really low bars for superhero films, they was like, not this one.
Right.
He's like, not
Wow.
this one.
That's what I'm worried about too.
Yeah, man. To be honest, it's really not difficult to make a good DC cinematic extended universe, whatever the hell they want to call it. Right? It's not hard. These characters are not hard to write for. I just don't get why. I think it's because Hollywood thinks that the general audience does not think that superheroes are fucking cool, man. Everyone likes superheroes, dude. Everyone
Even
likes
though now,
superheroes,
like,
bro.
It's very obvious they are. I love Hollywood.
At the very least, people enjoy them and want to see those characters. And that you don't
Like,
actually have
that's
to do
like,
certain things to make them cooler. They just already
You don't
own.
have to. You don't like.
They're
like,
already
really,
established.
They're simple.
It's like Lord of the Rings was back in the day. The Weinsteins were gonna pay for it to be made, and they wanted it to be made in two movies because they didn't think it would need 3 or make money back on 3.
Oh, that's true.
What do you know?
A New Line came in and was like, absolutely not.
Music, we got you, bro.
And cinema was changed forever. You should look at the story at that. They like leaked the script so that Harvey Weinstein couldn't take it from them. Or something. It's amazing stuff, dude.
Dude
I
went out
love
of
it.
their way to be like, nah, bro.
We're getting this movie
That's pretty
made.
dope. Okay, so next on this agenda, let me go ahead and send this in
my
so
God.
you guys can actually. I hate when my phone does this, but it's fine. Don't worry. But I'll announce the title for it. So Blasphemous is getting a crossover. Paul is very much familiar with Blasphemous.
I was just
Yep.
looking at that.
With Bloodstain. It's called Strife and Ruin. And I saw that and was just like, this is interesting. Quite interesting. It's actually like a pretty good, if you want, like, you think about it, it's a pretty good crossover. It's just one of those things where it's just like, these two are indie darlings pretty much. That just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Darlings.
I really wish I had the temperament to play Blasphemous.
You could.
Really
I actually
wish I
think,
did.
I don't
You
think
do.
Blasphemous is that hard.
Haven't you played through
From what
what's
I
that
understand.
shit called? What's that bitch called? The hell? Dark Souls. There we go.
Dark Souls?
God,
No.
No, I've never
just having
played
a
Dark
brain
Souls.
Stay
fart,
away
man.
from it specifically.
No, I haven't played Dark Souls.
I think you could probably
No,
do
man.
Blasphemous, but don't quote me on that.
I'll play Dead Cells.
Oh, Dead Cells is dope. Yeah, play
I-
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells is
Can I
amazing.
attach this document? Like,
But like, man, Blasphemous. Ah, man, I really was gonna get it when it dropped, but people were like, "Yeah, it's Dark Souls but 2D," and I was like, "Wait a minute,
It does have some of those mechanics.
wait a minute."
Paul, as the main person that has played Blasphemous, do you think it's
I
hard?
haven't beaten it. I'll be honest. As far as I got, I think I got about halfway. I think it's challenging, but it was like, I don't know, man. Like, to be honest with Dark Souls and stuff, I still don't consider those games like challenging. And before anybody like crucifies me for
No,
that.
I mean, it's fine.
It's not that they're challenging. It's just like the way the games are structured. And I learned this through many hours of getting mad and breaking. I twisted a controller, in that, mind you.
Well, I
Dark
mean, I
Souls
guess-
3. Legit. I was in the prison and I just went, "Ah!" and I just twisted it. And well, you're gonna have to turn that down.
Yeah.
No, please leave that where it is.
Yeah, just
like the
ear ripped
peaks.
over. But yeah, so I know the anger that it causes and from the difficulty. But the thing is, like, the way the game works is it kind of like those games force you to remain calm and learn the systems. If you don't and you get hyped up, you're gonna make mistakes. So is it difficult? Yes, but also like you know, it is what it is. Roll.
You can adapt.
You
Play
okay.
hard.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
You can focus
Exactly.
and adapt. Got you. Maybe I'll play
Especially
it.
since it's in a 2D space, it's more limited than what they can do in a 3D space. That's not to talk down on it. It's just, you know, it is a little bit more limited, so you can kind of manipulate the space a little bit.
Right.
better.
Okay.
Which makes sense. That's fair.
There you go.
But that was a cool crossover. Think it's dope. Want to play it. Involves me getting blasphemous. Still want to play that game. Just a little burnt out on some Dark Souls stuff. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It was like, want to play it. Definitely great game. If you guys enjoy the more 2D this got a preference. Blasphemous has gorgeous sprite art. Like just absolutely gorgeous sprite art. And it's just nice to see. It's nice to see our girl Mira, I believe her name was, from Bloodstained, to be in that art style as well. She's just cool.
Hey, if you do want,
It's Castlevania meets Dark Souls. Like it's really what that is essentially.
Ooh.
hey, if you want actual,
Whoa.
2D
That's what this
Dark
crossover
Souls,
is,
There's a game
essentially.
called Salt and Sanctuary.
That's true. Is it? But that's what this crossover essentially is. Blasphemous is more of the Dark Souls aspect, but it's 2D. And Bloodstained is just Castlevania. It is Castlevania. It's not Castlevania in name. Not even completely
It's
in
the
the
original
world, but it
creator.
is Castlevania.
It is Castlevania. Yeah.
It's made by the same dude that
Yeah.
made Castlevania. So it's like, so having these two just have a crossover, it's like, well, we know what this is. It's just Dark Souls meets Castlevania. But next, Demon Slayer. For those who are a fan of it, its game finally got some gameplay. We got our first look. All I'm gonna say is this thing looks extremely like the Ninja Storm series, which is both dope and disappointing at the same time. I mean, currently we don't have a Ninja Storm game. Like, we just won't be. The series is over, so I can understand it.
Yeah, kind of like that My Hero game that you got and played for 2
Oh no,
hours.
I continued to play that one. That was dope.
Uh-oh.
That My Hero game is. I wouldn't even say that My Hero game plays like the Storm series. It plays different. I don't know how to describe how My Hero plays, but I almost like how My Hero
Oh, wow.
plays more than the Storm series. Storm series is really smooth.
Yeah, this is Ninja Storm.
But like My Hero has like this really arcadey feel to it that's like it's really it's a unique feeling on its own, if that makes any sense. Where it's just kind of like you play it and you're like, oh yeah, the jumps are really floaty. The like your movement and stuff is just kind of different. I really like how it plays, but I can understand. I like the little mechanics. There's actually like a mod on PC that makes it better. A lot of people are using that version because it gets updates. But My Hero one is cool. I would say check out the My Hero one. But this Demon Slayer one, looks immensely like Storm without having certain things. And I'm hoping that this allows them to, I guess, put new mechanics in to make it feel a little bit better. I always felt like the Storm series is, like, it as it continued, it got more mechanics and it made it more interesting. But at the same time, if they just took it like a little bit further, just did a little bit more with it, you could always get this to be like a really, really advanced fighting game as opposed to like what is considered to be like this simple kind of like. Don't get me wrong, Storm has some stuff, but like, you know, when you see Dragon Ball, it's not Dragon Ball Fighters. It's not gonna be Dragon Ball Fighters. It's not gonna be Arc System. Like, Kill la Kill is the perfect example. They made a game with Arc System Works where it's like it just went a little bit further and had those mechanics and made it really interesting because of it. But unfortunately, no one played the Kill la Kill game, so we're not gonna talk about it. If you haven't played it, go play it. If you didn't know it existed, go play it.
That existed.
But just gonna say that one didn't do well because people didn't know it existed, or pretty much it's like people just forgot about Kill la Kill. It really struck when the iron was like cold. But yeah, fans of Demon Slayer, rejoice in that one. It looks cool. It looks dope. Be happy.
I really need to get into Demon Slayer already.
You would like it.
Really get into Demon Slayer. Like really get into it.
It's just good. That's all you gotta understand. It's on Netflix right now. You can check it out. That's an official.
Yeah.
I like Inuyasha. Well, I like Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer is dope. For those that haven't checked it out, it's just. It almost has the same kind of feeling as My Hero, where it just does everything very well. And that was the deal. Like, it's not like changing like anything too much, but what it does extremely well, is the best way to describe Demon Slayer. I ended up sleeping on it because like the main two that was being compared was Demon Slayer and My Hero. for a big point. And as a person that jumped on my hero mad early, I was just like, all right, who's this rival story over here? All these other fans talking junk. And then I tried it out. I'm like, no, this is pretty good. They're both really good. He was like, there's just no reason to hate either of them. They're just, I'm a fan of both. Our friend Aaron he loves Demon Slayer. So like where I love my hero, has the same kind of love for Demon Slayer. So it's just
Sick.
us talking about those two series are just dope. But next, so we talked about Hades before. Hades is cool. How would you feel about Hades with a magician's flair? Because that's what Dandy Ace is. Yeah, pretty much. That's what Dandy Ace is. I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's Hades again. It's like kind of it's a game like that, except the entire premise is that you are like a magician, and like it's not to downplay it or anything. Hades is a great game, and if you're doing what Hades is doing, you're doing a good job. I'm not even gonna front. Like if you're the genre just doesn't have anything like Hades, the best way is to that's the best way to describe it. Like roguelikes exist. This is specifically a Hades-like. So Hades is a roguelike, but this is more so, even more being like, hey yo, this is what that is. You guys can go ahead and check that out and look at it real quick. But essentially, it's the same kind of mechanics. It's you getting boons from.
Oh, this is familiar.
This
is nice.
It looks nice. It's like, but the entire thing is that you are a magician. You have cards. It kind of has that. I almost wanted to say Phantom Thief kind of vibe, where it's just like you are in, you're out, you do what you need to do. It was like you're a mysterious figure. Tuxedo Mask almost actually kind of reminds me tremendously of Tuxedo Mask when I look at him. I'm just like, huh, good point. Tuxedo
Reminds
Mask.
me of Owl.
Yes.
This man is like he just did a Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's like, but the idea is that you're constantly changing how you play in the game, and there's little things that come in and make it a little bit easier for you. There's there's upgrades and stuff like that exist past your run. So when you die, you start over from the beginning, but like at the same time, you might have more health now or something like that. And each run will be different in some way. It'll change it up. It's cool looking. It's just genuinely something that's like, oh, okay, it's a clone. It's a clone. I'm not going to take it from it, but it's doing it good. There's not enough that exists that, like, competition is good. So if, let's just say, a sequel to Hades was going to be made, or a sequel to Dandy Aces, like Dandy Aces comes out and it's just not as good as Hades, if they get a sequel, they'll try to do it better, or vice versa. Hades, they might do a sequel and make it better. I don't think Supergiant is known for doing sequels, though. I'm not even front. So Hades might just be what Hades is. But, this has a chance to continue on in that way. And if you finished Hades and you're just like, man, I really did everything in that, start another journey over and go to Dandy Aces. Sounds good to me, right? Sounds good. Sounds good to you. Sounds good to all of us. Next on this list, this is an interesting one. I saw this and I immediately was like, this is interesting. And it's the name. Okay, so here's what does it. Bit of a roguelike kick. This one's very similar, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's exactly Hades. But this is a roguelike. The name is what got me, though.
How the hell do you compress something?
Curse of Dead
Sorry,
Gods.
I'm trying to send you my thing. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Curse of Dead Gods is what this one is called. And I saw that and was like, that's a pretty cool name. I don't know why.
Curse of the Dead Gods.
That's what I'm saying. I saw it and was like, okay.
A roguelike.
You have my attention. This one actually has like a really interesting trap-based system that like I find really interesting about it. Where it's just traps are, because traps are in both of those games, but like traps are like super important in this one. You guys can give the game overview, like a little once over. But if I remember correctly, they had like systems in which you have curses. So like you get magical boons, but at the cost of something. Like everything comes at some form of cost in this game, and it's really interesting. So there's like a give and take at all moments. So it's I thought that's for a roguelike, that's actually really interesting. That like everything has this weird. I give you this for this, whereas like in something like Hades or something like Danny Aces, you do have a lot of stuff that's just like this is this bonus, this is what you get, this is how you improve, and then every so often they'll give you a choice to be like, hey, do you want to go mess around with this and this like will change you up? It comes at a cost, a little health right here, a little health right there, or makes this a little different for a little while, but like it'll go back to normal or something. Whereas this game is just everything is like, hey yo, what do you want to sacrifice to get more strong? Like, how do you want to get strong? Do you want to just lose all of this part of yourself so you can be better at this, or like what you doing? There's a give and take, boy. What's the deal you're making?
Yeah, I love the Aztec feel of this too. This trailer is sick. Yeah, man, dude, this is coming from the only real roguelike I've really put any time and investment to as far as my builds, which being Torchlight 2. This this God. Looks like
Torchlight 3, what it should have been.
Honestly, there's so much. Oh that's my God, you can be so fast.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that one is like such a weird one in particular. It's like, huh.
Yeah, man. This is this an Xbox exclusive or is this on PlayStation? See, that's the only platform I've got right now. But I am looking into getting, what is the new Xbox called? What is that even called?
That's the worst.
Series X.
Series. It's the Xbox Series X and Series X and Series S is what it's called.
Dude, what?
I don't want to get into how bad the naming conventions are for Xbox. They're really bad.
God.
It's really stupid.
That's why I keep forgetting. It's so stupid.
Keep this in mind, Andre. You're a person that at the very least, pays attention to this kind of stuff. Imagine mom and pops that walk in and don't know anything about this stuff, bro.
How could you shop for your kids?
At the very least,
Christmas.
Christmas was
you
awful.
Kidding?
There was a bunch of disappointed kids this last Christmas because a bunch of kids got Xbox One S's or One X's instead of the new system that they want. Like, at least you, Andre, at the very least, you're like, you'll go in and be like, I want this one, and they'll bring it to the counter, and you're like, that's not the one I want. Like, you can see it. Like, that's not it. Like I said, what is mom and dad supposed to do? What is grandma? Grandma is gonna have the worst time ever.
Dude, as a former GameStop employee, I am letting you know, it is not fun. It is not okay. And it is not at any point ethically okay. Ethically okay for me to you and for you to me to be coming into this store not knowing what you're... Listen, guys. I'm gonna speak for all GameStop employees. It is not a hard job, but when it is Christmas time, when it is the holiday season, oh, that is one of the worst jobs ever to have. That's one of the worst jobs ever to have. And it's not a hard job outside of that because everyone that comes into that store knows exactly what they're there for. Yeah. I know what I'm there for when I go there. I know what I'm doing. This store is for me, but when it's the holiday season and grandma and grandpa and ma and dad and aunt and uncle are coming to surprise little Johnny, oh man, that is... You're talking about some kind of discomfort trying to get through that conversation, trying to help someone understand. Oh, man.
I will forever laugh at the ones where you're trying to explain to them why your little Johnny probably isn't ready for GTA.
Oh,
and God, it's like,
man. That could be a whole episode.
That really could be an entire episode on its own.
Stories with you, or stories with the boys.
What?
Crack open a cold one and join us as we dive into.
We're gonna just talk about.
Oh man, that's a tagline. Don't nobody steal that.
No one's take it. No one. Don't ever take it.
Copyright.
Or I'll find you, and I'll stab you.
All right, so check it. So this one's gonna be interesting, and I want to just get your genuine, honest opinion on it. And if you haven't seen it, probably
it's Joker, but it's for kids and it's stupid.
The new Cruella de Vil movie. How you
It
feel?
is Cruella. I knew it was coming.
Oh, it's
We
Emma
knew-
Stone too.
We knew that it was. We knew that
Forgot
it
about
was going to be. It's Harley Quinn. It's not even Joker.
It is more Harley Quinn.
Well, like the way it's shot though, a lot of these shots, man, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
The way the shots are
to God.
Joker, but as far as the character, this is it's Harley Quinn.
Harleen Joker.
I'm gonna be real.
I mean,
It's probably.
I'm not
Joker.
going to say that these live action Disney movies are sucking the life out of my childhood, but I am going to say that I'm happy for all of these actors and actresses and working filmmakers that are out in Hollywood and capable of creating these products for the industry right now. I wish we were getting different things.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
for that.
Someone's getting paid. Someone in the same industry that I'm in is getting paid. I'm not one to.
Can never be truly bad.
I want new things. I want new things. All right, there. I said it. There.
Yeah.
That being
this
said,
looks.
I will definitely say this movie
Visually, it is
Visually,
amazing.
it looks
When
nice.
she lights that dress on fire and it just that was cool, man.
Visually, it looks nice.
All the fun I've poked at it, I think it's a cool origin, but like we didn't need it.
I actually disagree. I
Exactly.
think this is a crappy origin. I'm on the very opposite side.
I didn't say. It was, well, I said.
Oh
cool,
no, I
not
get you.
good.
You're saying it's cool. He was like,
Like Jurassic World actually gets some cool
Was it-
points, but that's a whole.
but
nother
this
episode.
origin to me is the most. Okay, so like I want to just really point this out again. Cruella DeVille in the movie 101 Dalmatians. Not even 102. We're going for the first one. She's just a crazy chick that likes to kill Dalmatians. She likes fur. She's just obsessed with
I
fur.
just realized, yeah, that's what this movie's about.
She's a crazy lady that likes
Just
the
obsessed
fur.
with fur.
How much depth?
Do you need? for
Like this
character?
movie is not gonna make me
Cruella.
okay with her.
There better be a post-credit sequence where I see her skinning a Dalmatian. All right,
Like,
Bro, the way I see
Disney.
it,
I'm looking.
when in the trailer, when those CGI dogs, because the CGI on those dogs needs to be sharpened up. But when those Dalmatians start growling at this character with like the face that they make, dude, they want to eat her.
They're like,
Bro,
yeah,
look, bro.
technically hasn't
Look,
done
bro.
anything yet.
If my dog doesn't like
looking
you,
at it again, I didn't even notice.
I
it
don't
was
like
CGI.
if my dog
Ah, shit.
does not like you, I don't like you. I'm sorry, I don't.
There's no
I just
trust.
don't. Because it's my dog, bro. This is an angel we're talking about, okay?
My dogs love
I
everyone.
will say this.
My dog loves
Guys,
everyone.
I like how this next like kids movie is about a cognac drinking dropout who goes and kills Dalmatians and becomes a fashion icon. Yeah, that's what I want to teach my niece.
Like, I'm
I
just
saw
saying.
so
people saying it's the devil meets Prada?
Where's Prada? Devil Wears
Whatever
Prada.
that.
Devil
The
Wears
Devil
Prada.
Wears Prada meets Harley Quinn. Is what
Which I
Yeah,
can
pretty
believe
much,
that
dude. I guess
because
you
that's
could.
what it seems like. But a part of me is also still
it actually has the chick who played the devil in Devil
I
Wears
bet.
Prada in it.
because that's what it does look like. But at the same time, I am looking at this like you are a crazy person. Like there's no doubt about it. And all you like is fur. Like I get it, you became famous, but I didn't need this. And then I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, what the heck did you go through? Like none of this makes sense as to why you get to where you are in that movie. It doesn't do anything to explain why
She's
you're
literally
there
a
in that
maniac.
movie based on what I've seen. Because based on the trailer, she's already kind of crazy.
She's already crazy.
It's not like this movie happens and then
That's what
she
I'm saying, man. This
becomes
is like
crazy. It's like, no,
Joker, though.
she starts off the movie kind of nuts.
Look. I'm not saying that I'm not going to be able to see anything in this film that won't make me sympathize with her, or even feel bad for her, wish better for her.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you are never gonna justify anything to me after you skin a dog and wear its fur, wear its coat around your neck.
Also,
Come on. If that is the natural evolution of this character, as far as it being Cruella,
Yeah.
Well, and granted, I'm not going to be some kind of schmuck that doesn't think that we can get different takes on a character. That is, you know, we're not going to end up. That is not our end goal. That is not the finish line. To have the Cruella that you see in the cartoon, the original animated 101 Dalmatians. If
But there's
that's the
also,
case,
like,
awesome. I would love to see how any of this is a Cruella movie. Then this does just seem like a new character. It could just be a new character, because as far as what I'm understanding about Cruella, what makes the character Cruella is that she's markedly cruel, not crazy, not even insane. Like, she's like, when you see her drive after those dogs,
mm-hmm.
and her eyes are bugging out like she's from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Dude, I just want to point this out.
She's evil, bro.
Her name is
Cruella.
and Devil.
Bro.
That's just her name.
It's like Mom.
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cruel Devil. That is her name.
I just don't think that we're using the IPs that we have wisely. Like, there's something else that you could do here. Or, how about this? If you think that this idea is not clever enough or original enough to be its standalone thing, if you think this is just Devil Wears Prada with Harley Quinn, then obviously it doesn't have enough on it to stand alone. So slapping Cruella on it does not help it either.
Because even
That's
Harley
just
Quinn
my-
has
that's
depth.
just my
She's
logic,
not
my
just
train of
crazy.
She's not just crazy. This woman kills dogs. I'm right in saying that, right?
Yeah, she
Maybe I need
kills animals. She's obsessed
Maybe I
with
need
her.
to brush up. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but if
No,
I
she
remember
definitely
correctly,
does. This is
she
the whole
absolutely
point
kills dogs.
in multiple movies in which she's just like, I'm gonna murder that puppy.
Oh God!
In particular, like whatever the main character dog is in that movie, there's multiple scenes in which she's like, kill it, because it's stopping me. Kill the
Look
dog.
at her face. Oh, all right, dude. I'm putting this picture on the Twitter. This is the image of her. Look at her eyes, bro, as she drives behind this. Oh my God.
There's multiple times where she's just like, yeah, kill that dog. And I'm like, okay.
Because it's annoying her. Oh my God.
Getting in the way.
This woman needs to be in prison.
That was the deal. She came back.
Cruella DeVille. Cruella DeVille.
That's what I'm saying. Cool Devil.
Bro, she walks into their house smoking on like a fat green cigarette.
Fat. Massive, bro.
Seriously. Yeah. I'm watching the scene right now. It's like green smoke in the air. It's gross.
He was like, thanks. I really needed that. It's my house and you were coming here for my dog, but okay.
Look, the live action 101 Dalmatians was, God, man, damn. I'm really not trying to like crap on anything here.
I'm like, again, I
it's
understand.
Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, I understand. You're glad that people in this industry are getting money and they're making their bank, and you know, like, it's dope that they're able to make this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things where you're just like, I don't know if this is the idea we should have used this time and effort and talent on, but
yeah,
I feel
you know, because Emma Stone is fabulous. She is, man. I'm going to watch. If it's Emma Stone, she's a great actress. The woman is talented. However, it's Cruella DeVille.
It's not going to be easy for me this time. I see.
I'm gonna stop monopolizing this segment of the show because, man, it's
No,
Cruella
you're fine.
DeVille, man. I can't,
That's
dude.
that's all we got to say at that. That's the
can't.
closing argument. It's Cruella
Bro,
DeVille.
when are they gonna do? When are they gonna do a Ursula?
Oh, he said it.
Here's the deal.
Oh,
No, let me
I'm
actually
watching
say
it.
this. Ursula is actually more interesting than this current villain. Because the deal is, in like they don't talk about it much in
This
in the
girl
Little
eats
Mermaid.
souls.
But the deal is that Ursula is the first one who gets reneged on. The reason why she's so shamed is because she made a deal with Poseidon and Poseidon reneged on it. There's a whole backstory as to why Ursula
What
is
is-
the way she is.
I'm not familiar with that word, man. What is,
Reneged?
Reneged?
What is?
Oh, it's the run. It's the
Yeah,
run back.
never mind.
It
It's
means
like you
to
run
go
it back.
back, like
Yeah,
to go
it's-
back on something.
Run, okay, gotcha. I just like.
You was just very good.
Yeah, I can't say it on here, but you know exactly. I was like, what did he just say?
Yeah, it's like the idea is
My
like
bad.
she has there's a story to be told with the backstory of Ursula. I don't know what we really are trying to tell here with Cruella, but we're gonna move on because we still got more news. No Man's Sky, it's looking good.
Oh, I saw
New
it.
trailer for No Man's Sky. They dropped in all the companion
Whoa,
stuff now.
companions.
People wanted space worms. You got space
game
worms.
just
Space
keeps
worms are in the
getting better.
game. Get happy.
And they fixed the load times on PS4.
Whoa.
Kinda.
Okay.
Dude, this game just keeps getting
All
better.
right.
That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
jumping
I'm waiting
back
on it to
into No
drop
Man's
on
Sky.
PC
No.
in price so I can buy it.
No Man's Sky has been going out of its way to do its best. They really did shut up and put their nose to the ground. If you haven't been on No Man's Sky in a while, go jump back on. It might be worth it. You might enjoy it again.
Yeah.
It might be exactly what you thought it was. It's fine. Like, honestly, I know it was like for a while when it first came out the laughing stock. This game is no longer a laughing stock. It hasn't been a laughing stock for a minute.
Yeah.
If you own a copy already and you just haven't gone back to it, it might be worth going back to just to see if you can enjoy it now. Because like they put in the work, so I mean, go support them because they're putting in the work. This was an indie game originally, so just keep that in mind. That this is why it probably took as long as it did. But I gotta give them credit for being like credit where credit is due. They came out, they was like, oh,
Yeah.
we put the game out in a state that people
God,
didn't
those
like, and was
giant
like,
numbers.
all right, say no more, and they disappeared. They disappeared, and it's just been update after update after update after update. It's just like,
It really has become a great game. Like, it wasn't at first, but now it's like, I want my kids to play this one day. To experience, like, just that jaw-dropping flying through space.
There it is,
that
ladies
is
and
probably one of the
gentlemen.
best ones that they did. That is probably the best
I
flying through
want
space systems.
my kids to play this one day.
Yeah, and that's not even that it's the greatest thing ever. It's just when you get in and you set your own like objectives, kind of like Minecraft, and you decide to just set out into the stars. Like I haven't played a game that's fully nailed that quite like
Yeah.
that.
That's probably the easiest thing I could say is like going from planet to planet in that game is easily one of the coolest things ever. That first, I'm gonna say I'll just say couple hours. That first couple hours of No Man's Sky is like even way back when it's genuinely breathtaking. It's just after a while you realize there's nothing else to do.
Like especially when you leave a planet and then you realize like say you're like looking at a thing and it's like 5 kilometers away, and that first time you fly up and coast across the planet and get there in 20 seconds, and you realize the depth of distance or like how far you are from another planet, like that 2 minutes in warp speed is like you could fly it yourself and it takes like 48 hours. Like it's
Yeah.
breathtaking.
The realism there is phenomenal.
It's probably the most fully realized thing in that game, and they got that one right from the start. Like, but it's good. Go check it out by all means. This next thing I want to mention is a game called Ill, and Ill looks ill.
Oh,
Ill looks ill, bro. This is a
Oh my
really
God.
interesting survival-looking horror
I
game.
heard
Click
about
on
this
this.
shit.
We're
Oh
gonna
my
put
God.
this in Twitter. This has like body
This is a
dismemberment.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Is this the thing?
No, it's called Ill. It's called Ill.
The
It
game is
reminds.
going
Yep.
to... Ooh.
It reminds me so
Game
much
developed by
of
just
Resident
4
Evil
people.
7, but with way creepier stuff going on in Resident Evil 7.
a lot of
Yeah,
dismemberment.
a lot of gore
I
though.
love it.
Just 4 people. Oh god.
Yeah, it's just for people doing it though. Definitely another project to go look on though. But it looks awesome. man.
Interactive and immersive animations, and it's 4 people making this.
It looks awesome. I'm just kind of like, if you're a fan of survival horror, this looks like it would be right up your alley. Honestly, if you have a queasy stomach, maybe don't look at this one. That's all I'll say on that one because it is kind of gross.
Ooh, yeah.
But
Good trigger warning.
yeah, music. It's kind of
Yeah,
gross.
if you are queasy, if you cannot handle blood, dismembered bodies, do not look at this at all.
Yeah, it's
Especially
rough.
if you have experience, if you suffer from post traumatic stress disorder and car accidents,
Yeah.
maybe don't watch this.
Yeah, don't look at L.
But for those of you that do not, this may be a really good thing to look out for. When is this coming?
Oh, man.
They're working on it. It's just definitely
They're
something to
working
just
on
keep your eye out on, because
Ooh,
didn't know
God,
about it.
that's-
It's like Project
oh.
DT, where it's like, this is not coming out anytime soon, but this is something to keep your eye on. Just keep looking at it. Just
Oh
make sure
my
you let people
God.
know and look at this. So it looks awesome. It looks
Knockouts.
Yeah, this is body horror. This is
Yeah.
body horror. Oh yeah.
next
oh my
up.
gosh, that's
Yes,
disgusting.
You know what it
Sure.
reminds me of? It reminds me of what's it, Scorned, that hasn't come out yet.
I think I know what
believe
you,
I
yeah,
know what you're talking
Scorn.
about.
Yeah, that one looks crazy, doesn't it? Looks like a.
Yeah. You need to hurry up.
It gave me some really cool ideas when I started writing like that ethereal, like Lovecraftian D&D. It reminds me of that, honestly. It reminds me of like a lot of Lovecraftian, ethereal-esque kind of stuff. Scorn does, at the very least. This, on the other hand, Ill, on the other hand, definitely Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 with way more gore and violence.
doubt.
It's like, but it looks cool.
But the
The next one, Knockout City, this just looked kind of cool. I honestly saw this game and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of clean. It looks like, I don't know the best way to describe it. It's actually a very unique idea on its own. But it has like a sports ball kind of feel or a blitz ball kind of thing going. He's like, but I saw it.
Bro, it's Hyperscape.
No, more like blitz. No, actually more like a sport. Like it's more like a sport mixed with like with it's more than like a
Yeah,
sport.
Hyperscape
Smash
if it
or
was a
Power
sport.
Stone. Nah, because Hyperscape is really like specific.
I want to go back and play
Yeah,
it
we
with you
definitely need
guys.
to play Hyperscape.
Oh yeah, I do. We do like
I'll download that
Hyperscape.
tonight.
Yeah,
All the screaming and the jumping around, that game was great. But anyways, yeah, back to
Oh,
this.
no,
My
you're
bad.
fine.
I keep derailing.
but Hyperscape was fun. Knockout City looks cool though. I just saw this one and was like, you should give it a check out because it got announced. It got announced at Nintendo Direct, but it also is coming on for a bunch of other consoles as well. It's coming to PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. So I thought you guys give it a check. Like, just look over it, see if you guys like it. Definitely something I can see myself playing by whoever caught it on sale or something like that. Not even to try to dunk on the game already, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you got you and a couple friends, I can definitely see this being fun. Like, it's just one of those kind of games. Now, here's where we're gonna have to preference this. It's gonna be speed run time because Smash Brothers. Well, not even Smash Brothers. I just mentioned not too long ago. Nintendo Direct came out. They just dropped a bunch of stuff. So we're just gonna speed through the Nintendo Direct because there's stuff that needs to be
Ooh.
mentioned.
Ninja.
But at the same time, let me see if I can get.
Wait, there's a new Ninja Gaiden coming?
That is
We'll
also
get
one of the
there.
things on there.
We'll
yes,
get there.
but we will get there.
Okay, yeah, I need to see this. I've been waiting.
All right, so let me put all of this in the
How many
chat
years
at
now?
one go. You guys can click in them at your will.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
And obviously, once again, for our viewers, we'll put these trailers out on the Twitter. I'm gonna just throw these in there. There's a bunch of links in there.
Bunch of links.
yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at all this.
Yeah, bunch of links on this one. So,
These
First
look
up-
cool, man.
I'm gonna just talk about real quick. They put Pariah, I believe it is, or Pira. I actually am screwing up her name, but it's the girl from Xenogear Chronicles 2. It's the new one in Smash. And if that trailer didn't pop up, I'm gonna throw it in there because I've been trying to remember. And
Man, I
Paul,
need to
you
play more JRPGs. I need to play more Japanese games in general.
that one's a little-
Pyra is what it sounds like.
that one's dope. Honestly, Paul, if I'm not mistaken, you had time with which
Dude.
one? Xenogears 1 or 2?
I'm back. Oh, she's in
Yes. She's a
This
Smash.
trailer's so meta with her. I got an invitation to join Smash. That's so cool.
Not gonna lie, bro.
Xenoblade Chronicles. I said
No, I'm not
Xenogears.
gonna go there.
My bad. It's still a part of the
Xenoblade
Xenosaga,
Chronicles, yeah.
saga, but it's specifically Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Is it? But I'm trying to remember which
Oh,
one you
man.
had.
I can't
experience
wait.
with.
I need to get. You know what? I'm gonna try to get a. I gave up on getting a Switch when we went through that whole debacle of not being able to get your hands on one for
Oh, yeah.
however many months. I just gave up, dude.
I think you can
And
probably
I
get it
haven't
now.
been keeping up with Nintendo, but I really, really want one.
Switch is dope.
I just want a Switch for Xeno Chronicles 1 and 2, the possibility of maybe Xenoblade X.
That's true.
And, you know, I got my emulators, which are legal.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, look, he's trying
but yeah,
to pay
no,
it
like,
legally. He just doesn't
Xeno,
have it yet.
Xeno Saga 1, 2, and 3, and Xeno Gears on PS1, and Xeno Saga 1's on PS2. Those are some of the best RPGs I've ever played. My God, that's sci-fi. Oh, God.
He's like, that's fair.
It's like Malazan to fantasy.
Legal copy. He legally acquired copies. That's what we're.
I definitely paid the $360
Yes, legally
for a
acquired
PS2 copy of
copies.
Xenoblade or Xeno Chronicles or Xeno Saga 3 legally.
Perfectly on his PC. It's fine.
Acquired via an uplink by God himself.
But next up, Samurai Warriors 5. We were talking about Musos. This is another one. It's coming to Switch. We're getting 5. Looks nice. Really
can't
unique art style going
say.
on it. Looks cool. Glad to see it.
Oh, Dynasty Warriors 5?
It's from the same
I
thing.
mean,
It's
Samurai Warriors?
Samurai Warriors though.
Yeah, Samurai. My bad.
Warriors, man. So there's the Samurai and the Dynasty. Same
misunderstood.
people. Same thing. Sort of. Not to dunk on anybody that's
You're
out
gonna
there being like, they're not the same. I understand they're not the same, but they're close enough at this current moment. We're going on the speed run.
I recommend in the editing, by the way, to be careful with mine. There's a lot of
Oh, no.
loud stuff.
I got you. Don't worry.
Whoa, dude.
Like right now, I'm really close to the mic. Oh, God.
Bravely
What's the
Default
shadowing on
2.
this game.
Oh, yeah.
This
It's
is
really cool.
This is really pretty. To our beautiful
where's the
listeners,
shadow?
I'm a
Oh, there.
really big fan of
Art styles.
games, anything that is stylized, anything that is
Same.
like
Oh,
artistic.
like cell shade.
Yeah, man. That was,
Yeah.
did I?
If you put an art...
You took the words out of my head.
Yes.
But I love when, and Amani, I know you're the same way. I love when an art team just does their thing, man. Just gets that fun. Just plays and makes the game pretty. Like Concrete Genie. Have you? Oh my god.
It holds
Oh
up
my god.
tremendously when you go out of your way to make the game look awesome, regardless of
Let me look up
realistic.
Concrete Genie, because I've never seen this.
Because, you know, I mean, we can all agree Ghost of Tsushima looks gorgeous. Last of Us 2 looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption looks gorgeous.
They're
but those
gorgeous
games- Those games will,
But what is
like,
Concrete?
over time, die out. Like, they will just stop looking good. But you know what never stops looking good? Okami. Okami never stops looking good. Or Concrete Genie, like you mentioned. Concrete Genie's not going to stop looking good. It's just going to look good.
Yeah, stylized looks as opposed to that AAA.
Oh my god. Is this a
always-
Virtual Warriors?
It's basically
Is
like
this,
those.
are they the same thing?
Yeah,
Oh my god. I
they
did
have
not
the
know that.
same company. Yes,
Yeah, Warriors of Orochi just takes Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors and some other IPs.
puts it in.
and puts
They just pull it all in.
Whoa, dude, that's
Look,
sick.
Bravely Default too.
Bravely
Oh, that's on
Default.
the Switch, dude. Come on.
Yeah, it is on the Switch.
I never got to play the
He's like,
first.
no. Yes, Bravely Default 2 is looking kind of clean. This is the final trailer, which means that we're getting there. We're getting really close to the release date of this game.
I love this push in like the past like 10 years or maybe more like 5 years or whatever for like classic JRPGs because like for a while there they divvied off and did different things and now they're coming back. I love it.
Next up, speaking of classic RPGs, Project Triangle Strategy, which looks like it has
what?
the exact... Yep, it's called Project Triangle Strategy. I guess
Project
there's no official name for it.
Triangle Strategy.
But it's by the Square Enix team, and it looks like the same art style as Octopath Traveler, except it's a strategy game. We got tactics back. It looks like Octopath Octopath Travelers.
Oh, man.
That is a mouthful of a name, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
with tactics like gameplay, which
Bro.
interests me like 100 times more for no reason. I just really like tactics.
I like
the tactics series.
I'll be honest, I like tactics, but nothing compares to Disgaea 5.
I'm not much of an
game.
RTS guy, but what was that game that you guys got me to play for like 5 minutes? I really need to try it again.
Was it XCOM?
Wolf made a bunch of characters for us. Amani, you made characters.
It was
for us.
XCOM.
Oh, XCOM.
Yeah, man. I downloaded that game and was like, wait, you guys are making characters for real people? That sounds sick. And my brother, he's a huge Total War fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think.
Oh, he
yeah,
is?
dude, he's a massive.
Bro,
Total
give
War
me his Steam if he wants to play it sometime,
Yeah.
because I'm tired of playing by
fan.
myself.
No problem, dude.
Nobody buys Total War
yeah,
and plays it with me.
he's
So.
huge into that. He actually is getting me into Mountain Blade Warband.
Oh, I heard
And,
that. I heard good
Bannerlord.
things about that one. Heard very
But
good things about this.
yeah, dude,
Yo,
this
if you go share your Steam library with him and you get any of the Total Wars,
copy that, dude. Project Triangle Strategy.
I can show you my text.
Sick though, man.
Yeah, if you are a fan of Octopath Traveler and it's gorgeous looking sprite art mixed with 3D art style, they have lighting on sprites, dude. Everything looks
it is
super
amazing.
good.
I don't know how they pulled
And
that
then-
off.
It's on top of that, they got it as a strategy RPG, which makes me go like, "Hey, I'm gonna check that out." Also, the demo for that is out now on Switch. So if you have a Switch and are like, "I'm interested in tactics. I want to play Final Fantasy Tactics again, but with gorgeous sprite art and 3D lighting and all of that." Yeah, here it is. It's out on Switch. You can kind of just go play the demo and check it out and enjoy it because it's cool.
I swear to God, you guys gotta pay me if I can sound just like this man with the glasses. Hold on.
Yeah, right.
You and no other. Oh my God, I got
I
it.
did it.
You and no. What does he say? It goes.
Benedict Pascal. Yeah, Pascal.
You and no other must decide how to see.
That's actually
I've got
that's really good.
I've gotten really good, dude. Or like Bloodborne. Welcome, hunter, to the hunter's club. Go on out, or go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your benefit. Oh man, I got so good at mimicking voices. Or the one dude, what's he say in the beginning? He's like, yes, pale blood. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream. Anyways, let's continue.
At some point,
impressing
Paul will
myself.
do his Gandalf for you guys, but you gotta pay him.
I am not trying to rob
Never
you.
mind.
You didn't even have to
trying
plan.
to
You
help
didn't do it.
All your long years. Trust me, as you once did.
It's gotten so much better too over time.
Yeah.
Like I can do it without hurting my voice, and I learned how to actually use my diaphragm. So it's like, what's he say?
So do all live to see such dark times, but it is not for them to decide.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sick.
He's like, what?
I gotta get into voice acting. Get paid. Need money.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right. So last up on the speed run, because we had to do this real quick. Splatoon 3 got announced. Dope game. Haven't played it. Oh, I have. But if you haven't played it, they got another one. This game continues to be an extremely unique idea that is just beloved. It's just beloved. It's a beloved franchise getting another game. We got bows this time. I don't know what else they put in there. I didn't get to fully check it out. All I did was I saw it and was like,
Gorilla
well,
Squid.
Splatoon 3 got announced. Bet. That's all I needed to know. I'll be buying it when it comes out.
Why she got a squid tentacle coming out of her ear?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're squidlings. They're ink people. Like, they're squid people. Squidlings.
Oh, okay, that makes sense
Yeah.
now. I was like,
It's like they literally can... They have this cool mechanic where they dive into essentially paint. They can become paint and swim around and move around and stuff like that. It's got one of the most interesting
Yeah, I saw that.
like movements. It's a really cool idea. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so Nintendo struck gold again? Cool. Done. Understood.
Splatoon's a pretty old franchise, man.
Yeah, the first one was
They've
on
been
the
around
Wii
for a
U.
while.
it was on
It
the
was
Wii.
on the Wii U. So, the one that no
Oh,
one played.
okay.
That one. The one that died. And somehow it survived that, made it to the Switch, and now they got a sequel on the Switch.
Dude, I do like how Nintendo's like, hey, you have a great idea? Yeah, go make it. It's like, that's probably how gaming should be, but,
It's almost like someone should tell EA and Activision, hey, yo, stop trying to murder video games, please.
If you let your developers take their time, you'll actually make the money back.
But next up on the
Oh
list,
yes, we are
Mortal Kombat
this-
trailer.
Talking about this.
This had to be.
This
talked
looked
about.
actually really good.
Let's talk about this.
Bro, when he goes, get over here! I was like, ah.
I don't even know if that one's audible. Just the way you said that. I just don't even know if it's audible.
Well, no, because he actually is a Japanese actor.
No, I
you
mean
know
the
what
way
I mean? And
you
then he
said
goes,
it. I don't even know if it's audible.
Oh, I screamed it. Yeah, my bad. Let me back up a little bit. He goes, wait, I'm listening to it right now. Fuck, hold on. Skip ahead. Here it is. He goes, get over here! Like, oh man, that killed me, dude. It looks so good.
That was funny. Just make sure you hit record on that again, just to be sure you keep everything.
Oh, it's all recording. Don't worry. I like to make sure you have a difficult time editing.
It's like I gotta edit this in a day. It's all good. I'll do it. Or like a challenge. Don't quote me on that.
I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I don't like about this Mortal Kombat logo on his chest is it looks like a hickey.
Oh no, not a hickey. But Mortal Kombat got a movie trailer. It looks cool. Well, it's I guess, is this considered a reboot? I guess it would be considered a reboot.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Because the movies that already existed. And now we have another group of movies. Well, I say group. We don't even know if this is getting a
Absolutely
sequel.
reboot.
Bro, who is the chick?
But chances are
in
this is getting a sequel.
that plays Sonya.
Oh, it's probably Sonya Blade or somebody. I have no idea.
It looks like a rash to me.
Looking at it too.
He got
Just-
Yeah,
ringworm.
man.
Yeah,
It looks
you know
like a
what? You
ringworm.
said ringworm. I can definitely see it as a ringworm.
Whoever this chick is, I thought she was not Allison Brie. Who's that chick? Rachel McAdams or whatever.
Oh yeah, is that not her?
She kind of looked like. It's not her, no. But it's got my my favorite guy playing Scorpion.
Yes, dude.
Can't remember his name.
But this
But
movie
you know who I'm
looks
talking
so
about.
good. We got Scorpion, and so honestly, all we really needed was Scorpion and Sub-Zero going in. But obviously, like Mortal Kombat is bigger than them, barely, but it's bigger than them.
God,
I care about one man here, dude.
Look.
Raiden's not white.
I know a lot of people are probably screaming at us, being like, "What do you mean it's bigger than them?" Let's be real, it's not bigger than them. It's bigger than them. We know the lore, we know the story, we know it's bigger than them. But who cares? I mean, we do,
I care
but I don't care.
about
That
a
was
man with a rope and a kunai on the end of it.
Everyone cares about Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
He is all I'm worried
They got
about.
Goro.
They
in
do
this.
have Goro
Oh,
though,
God.
so be excited for Goro. And
Well, can
Jax.
we talk about how, like, if it was in real life and you ran into Sub-Zero, he's actually unkillable because this man can throw, like, thousands of spikes in the air. Of
And
ice.
just rain him down on you.
Like,
Yeah,
Like,
He'd
in
be
the
such a
game, I
problem.
get it. He's powerful and you can fight and beat him, but, like, real life.
homie
man,
can
this
make his
man-
own
did.
weapons out of the air. Like
He would kill Scorpion. I'm sorry.
he did.
He would kill living Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
The Hellspawn Scorpion is OP, dude.
He is. He's also lost to Sub-Zero before.
Of
To
course he
a
is.
Sub-Zero. But yeah, their rivalry is eternal. They constantly, so it's like, you know the deal with Sub-Zero. It's the first one kills Scorpion, and Scorpion comes back and kills the first one, and the second one comes and beats the crap out of Scorpion, and then he's just like, wait, but we don't have to keep doing this, and then it's like, alright, we could be cool.
They have the best dude ever to play Scorpion to say get over.
That is the...
And, oh,
He's like, look, man, you got
beautiful.
if you got chosen to play Scorpion, and you can't say get over here, why'd you even apply for the role?
Why?
Why'd you bother?
Don't audition for this.
I know wins.
You know better. What do you guys think about the it feels like a good blend of cheese to me.
It does. It
Like,
does.
cause
What
look
does?
at it.
What are you
Look
talking
at it,
about?
look at it. There's some cheese here, guys, and I
Put
love
some
it.
cheese.
Oh,
It
in
looks
Mortal
awesome.
And in this movie, like the CGI needs some work. Yeah, that's fine. It's like look at this Saurian that Kano just pumps his freaking arm through.
Oh yeah, and then he goes like, "Look at this fucking thing." or what-
It's Mortal Kombat. If it doesn't have a little bit of cheesiness in it, then what are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Oh no, he goes, "Kano wins." Fucking beauty.
That was actually pretty good too.
Honestly,
Thank
it's
you.
just genuinely a good time.
Get over here, dude. Come on.
Just be
I'm
excited.
so glad that Raiden isn't
Some white dude
from
with
space.
long white hair.
I come from the nether realm. Like, fuck you, Ed Boon.
Oh man, I'm just gonna keep talking about Scorpion. Who else do I care about in Mortal Kombat? Because I care about other people.
I care about Spawn.
Sub-Zero.
Oh,
Kung Lao. I'm glad Kung Lao's in there, man.
I care about Spawn.
No, that's not true. I'll actually admit I care about all the children. Like most of the children that the new generation of
Yes.
Mortal Kombat characters, I love almost all of them. Like I like Jackie, I
Takeda.
like
Oh
like
my
Jackie, like
God,
Takeda, Kenshi. I gotta say because he already exists. Gotta love Kenshi. But for the most part, I'm like, I've liked Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat is I'm a Street Fighter kid. Like,
See,
Cool.
I'm a huge Mortal Kombat guy, dude.
but I feel you. And you, see, that's the thing. You're a huge Mortal Kombat guy. You're like, get the fuck out of here, everyone else. Stand aside. We have Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
We
That's
have
all I needed.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero. For the fans, I've been playing Mortal Kombat since I was a small boy. My older brother initiated me into the realm of fighting games, and he did that. He and my older cousins did that by... It's a rite of passage. You get your ass whipped by a bunch of adults in a game that
Beaten to the
you
ground.
do not know how to play, and you just learn.
Better than getting jumped in real life.
Absolutely.
Dude,
That's just how
all
it is.
my life, I started out. I didn't play Street Fighter or any game, any fighting game like Street Fighter, tailored after Street Fighter, Tekken. I didn't play any of them until I was about 13 years old. No, that's too late. No, I was 11 years old.
Okay.
I was 11 years old because I had played a Street Fighter on the PSP.
Yes. I think I know exactly which one it was, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alpha
Yeah.
Probably an alpha. Yeah, it was like it was an alpha.
Street Fighter, Alpha Max 2.
Yes.
And then there was 3. Oh my
Yep.
god, dude.
Those were the good ones. I mean,
Yes, sir. I
those
love
are one of the
games,
good
dude.
ones. Street Fighter has a
They
lot
are
of
one of the
good
good ones.
ones.
They are of
The Alpha series
in
is one of the best.
In my tier, they're of
Yeah.
the top
5
10.
has a lot of bad mods.
The,
Top 10, top 5.
I almost said Third Strike, but the 3 series is pretty good. First Impact is not really known very well. It's not that great, but like it's got potential. Second Impact, I love it because they actually did some really cool things with it. But I understand not as popular. Third Strike is the one that everyone completely understands is the best Street Fighter, unless you're talking about the Alpha series, then it's up in the air. 4 came out, 4 was pretty dope. Got to the end of 4, everyone was bored of 4, but 4 is still unequivocally one of the best ones as well. 5 is trying really hard to get there.
The
It
way
might
I
have a
see it,
special place in my
I
heart.
don't care what it is. If the arcade cabinet is in front of me, I'm gonna play it, dude.
Exactly. And
You
2,
know what I mean?
2's the icon. It's the
2
original.
is the icon.
It's the grandfather of all fighting games. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
man.
You don't.
What was Street Fighter 1?
Yeah, we don't
Street
care about
Fighter.
Street Fighter 1.
Street Fighter 1.
Oh,
You
we
want
don't
to know what
talk
Street
about
Fighter
like
1
ass.
looks like? dude?
Look,
I'll
we don't
send it
talk
to you.
about Street Fighter 1.
I'm looking at it right now.
We
man.
start at
It's-
2.
Not Street Fighter.
Yeah, you start Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2. That's understood.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's where they actually were like, "Hey, let's go with like a cool
Yeah.
style instead of whatever the hell."
Wasn't Abraham Lincoln in the
other one was.
background, like the Washington Monument or something?
Yeah.
Very possible.
Some nonsense. God, man. God.
Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 5 though, I really like the visuals. Like they're very timeless almost. It's all like
Yeah.
painted.
Oh no, you're thinking of
Yeah.
4. Well,
I-
4 has more of the painted look.
Well, I'm talking about like 5. Like I know 4 like is like more painted, but like 5 is like that like
Yeah.
realistic.
Okay,
5 is
yeah.
when I got
look,
back
you know,
into
just-
it
Okay.
because the
yeah.
art style.
I will
again.
say though, the Steam community needs to chill. They have a lot of mods that are very unsafe
Whoa.
Yeah.
like the characters. You know, they're already NSFW, but like these dudes would be like
Oh wow.
string.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they do. Don't worry, there are
string
new
outfit
mods for your fighting games. Don't
our
worry.
Mika or whatever. Or
There's no
whatever
way
her name is.
anybody
It's
gets
like-
out of that. It's just no
It's
one's
Rule
really trying to
43, man.
do. No one's really trying to do a nude mod for
Oh!
Mortal Kombat because it's weird. Why would you want a nude mod on Mortal Kombat? That's just strange.
I am going to say I am not endorsing or I'm not promoting any child look up what Rule 43 is. If you parents, I'm just gonna say this for all the parents who are going to eventually have children listening to this podcast. Parents, every now and then we say expletives, and every now and then we reference some pretty savory and unsavory things, like the internet.
I know what Rule 34 was.
Oh,
Like
no.
the internet. We
internet.
talk about the internet.
Chun-Li, no!
We talk about what's out there. Okay, I'm not recommending everything that I say I'm recommending, the things that I'm talking about, the things we say explicitly. This is a podcast for recommending things.
Dear God.
So when I say I'm recommending something, that's when I'm recommending something. I'm not recommending your son watches porn. But you should know that your son watches porn.
And he probably should.
And he
no fact
shouldn't.
is the way.
That's for 18. You should know legally be watching.
Excuse me, parents.
could
do
go
you
to
want your
jail
son to
or
go
something,
Super
I don't know,
Saiyan?
bro.
Yeah, take away his phone and don't let him watch porn.
But next up on this list, Ninja Gaiden. Getting the whole collection
New one.
again.
The Master Collection, dude.
Getting the
Oh
Ninja
my
Gaiden
God.
collection.
I was
Yes.
just talking with my friend
guys,
Jordan
it's
and my
only
brother
on-
about how they just need
Bro.
to remaster all the games. Like, don't change
Bro.
them. They're perfect. Just make them
All
better
these-
for the system.
Yep.
All these femme fatale ninjas, this chick with the gun. Ah. I'm not saying anything weird.
You
He's
mean,
not saying anything
Momiji
weird,
and,
but I enjoy
Ayane
them.
It's just,
and
hey,
Renji?
I'm just saying.
They're good
I'm
characters.
just saying.
I'm just saying.
Ninja Gaiden is a Ninja Gaiden Black is a masterpiece. Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma
Ninja
is, in my
Black is
opinion,
a
one of
pain in
the
the
one of
ass
the
to
best
play.
character action games ever made. People kind of go back and forth as to whether or not it's Ninja Gaiden Black or Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma or Sigma Black, whichever one it's called. They have weird names sometimes because they had different versions of it. I know Ninja Gaiden Black is the first one. That's the best version of the first game. I think it's Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma is the best version
Yeah.
of 2.
And then they have Ninja Gaiden.
And then you have
Razor's
Ninja Gaiden
Edge.
3.
What
Well,
is
yeah,
this?
Razor's Edge is the best version of Ninja Gaiden 3.
That's all that they're remastering is the best.
We don't
version.
talk about Ninja Gaiden 3. It's not bad, but it's not good either. That's the sad part.
It's
just-
it's
It's very middle of the road. It's disappointing considering the
it's
prestige.
frustrating for me.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
I don't like
considering
talking
the
crap about any of the Ninja Gaidens. I love them all, but like three is that one that I'm like, I don't mind skipping.
And it's pretty easy to skip because all you got to do is stop at 2.
Exactly.
And don't play Yaiba because we don't talk about Yaiba either.
All you
was
have to do is stop it too, bro.
Stop at 2.
They're
You
good
can play through
games.
just to
All of them
see.
are good games, but
These
it's
just so
oh,
disappointing.
man.
It's just.
I don't.
No,
I only.
it's the other two.
Man, I literally, I'm glad I almost bought that game with my own money that I was saving up as a kid. As a kid, dude, that took me a while, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took me a while to make
Hey,
any
so-
money that was a new game, and I didn't play it. I didn't buy it. I played it at a friend's house. I played it at my friend David's house, and I was just like, you know what? I'm getting a little frustrated here.
This ain't doing
I'm
it.
just gonna.
Why are we doing this?
You know who my favorite?
And those games are
character
hard.
is
Like
in
I'm not
King
even gonna
of
front like they
Fighters.
aren't hard. But like, yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 is. It's not even that it's hard. It's just weird. It's just they did some weird things. It's, but be excited for Ninja Gaiden Master Collection coming to PS4. I think Xbox as well. I see no reason why it isn't. Probably PC. I feel like it's probably. I don't see. I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna be on PC as well.
Mhm.
But next up on the list, because we were talking about Street Fighter before, so we'll run it back around to that. Ryu and Chun-Li are coming to Fortnite.
Ew.
I hate this.
Oh,
Hey, real. Speaking of Street Fighter and fighters, I just want to throw this out there. Mai Shiranui,
Oh yeah,
King of
KOF.
Fighters, is my favorite character, both for her moveset
God.
and for her moves.
And for our assets.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to this.
I'm starting. I'm. Oh God. I got paid a lot of money.
They're the
I got
best.
paid.
Yeah, you can't talk
Oh
about them forever.
God,
dude.
boys. I don't.
They'll come in and
I
ruin
don't
you.
like this.
Bro,
at
Chun-Li
all.
looks bad. Ryu looks fine, but Chun-Li's face doesn't look like Chun-Li.
You know what? As long as they don't put Spider-Man in this game, I won't break
anything.
The Earth. I won't break the Earth.
But you're gonna break the
I
Earth.
won't crack the Earth in half as long as they don't put Spider-Man
Guys.
in this game.
They
How
put
did
Flash,
fuck up
by the way. You
Chun-Li's
saw
face?
that, right?
What?
Yeah, they put Flash in the game.
Flash?
Flash is in Fortnite, yeah.
Thompson?
No. Flash, like DC Flash.
What?
The Flash.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they put Flash in the game.
I don't believe you. I'm looking this up. Don't say that.
Dude, I saw it and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would we put Flash in the
Oh,
game? Yep. There's the reaction, guys, live on camera.
No! No! I hate this. No, dude, come on, dude. This looks so bad.
Live.
Jitters! Oh god. I hate it, dude. I can't say anything. I'm gonna let you guys handle this one.
Look, man, all I'm gonna say is that I hate this. It's like freaking
God.
Ryu. It's so weird to have Ryu.
God, that
and
looks so bad.
Ryu shooting a gun is weird. Chun-Li can get away with it because she's actually a cop. I'll give it to her. She can shoot a gun. She's a cop. Ryu is about fighting people with his fists. My man can throw an energy projectile with his hands. Why does he need a gun? Why does he need a gun?
Bro, he punches people. He That man, he will punch you. That's all he needs to do is punch you. I better not ever see Ryu picking up a freaking deagle in Fortnite, bro.
That's gonna happen. You're gonna see him pick up a P90. Maybe the Halo.
Want it. I don't.
Look, man, it's bad enough.
I'm not saying anything.
It's bad enough
I'm
Kratos
not.
was in there. It's bad enough Kratos was in there. But
Oh God!
they
How
did
let
put
Kratos
Flash-
get in that game, dude.
I don't-
And the sad part is, I almost got the Leviathan axe as the pickaxe in the game because I was like, oh man, I would love
want
to
it.
just
Just
I would
have
love to
that.
just be Kratos and dunk on some kids, but
it'd be fun.
at the same time, it's Kratos. If Kratos could enter my world, he would dunk on me for playing him in Fortnite.
Just,
Rated R.
what are you playing, boy? Just switch the
Kratos
game
would
over.
walk
I'm
up and
playing God of War.
Do not favor.
See you on the screen.
I got paid a lot of money. I'm not saying anything. I'm done.
Let me ask you a question.
God.
Did you spend through that money?
No,
Did
no,
I
no,
did I
just-
spend
just-
it? Oh, no,
don't worry
I
about
already
it.
spent
Don't
it.
worry
You
about
got-
it.
Then guess what?
Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna
Got
skip
you.
forward and go to something that Andre might hate as a game concept even more, but it's hilarious. It's
Oh.
called Kill It With Fire.
No! This better not be what I think it is.
Oh, yo, it's our eternal argument.
No!
It's a video
Stop!
game
A whole flamethrower? Are you kidding me?
a
You
video
people
game.
need help.
about
What is
murdering
this?
spiders, bro. You gotta murderize
Just
a
kill
spider.
spiders.
This is the kind of game
You
that
threw a shuriken at it. Bro,
Here's the
I
deal.
don't. So this is going to be a $30 game about killing.
this is a
spiders?
$30
Look at it, though, it's
VR
fun.
game about throwing shurikens at spiders and using a homemade flamethrower. Oh my god.
For those that don't know, me and Andre
That's
have
an
this
RPG.
eternal rivalry where we are both Spider-Man fans, but I actually am an arachnophobia. I cannot stand looking at an actual spider. So when you give me the idea of a spider being here, I'm like, yo, anything at all costs to destroy that spider.
He blew up a gas station.
Andre, on the other hand, is a avid fan of spiders. He is.
I
one of
love
them. He
spiders.
loves spiders.
I love
Me and him
spiders
getting
and
in
I
fights
love
over
snakes.
Lucas the spider all the time. I would destroy that thing. It's a thing of Satan. You kill it.
Oh,
And Andre would stand in the way and be like, don't do this, man.
don't.
Don't do this. Don't kill that spider. And I'm like, it'd be so easy, bro. It's so easy.
If you
Pull the trigger
guys,
right now.
if you guys, go watch Lucas the Spider. Go on YouTube and watch Lucas the
adorable.
Spider. Okay?
I would destroy that spider.
No money.
That spider's
No.
gotta go.
No.
Hey, Amani, real quick. Was it in our first episode you showed us Little Devil Inside?
No, we have not. But to be fair, that game hasn't actually had anything else besides that original trailer. But that game looks awesome, though. Look forward to
Okay.
it.
Gotcha,
No,
my
you're
bad,
good.
my
You're good. He's like, just keep in mind, like, I'll just say it right now. Little Devils look cool, guys. Like, go check that out if you haven't seen it. Little Devil looks really cool. I can't wait to see more about it. Just actually can't. But yeah, kill it with fire. Great game for if you just freaking hate spiders, bro.
You need help.
Dude, it looks funny. You can't even tell me it doesn't look funny.
You blew up a gas station. People.
It looks genuinely funny.
You know what? I shouldn't have even said that. I shouldn't have even spoiled that in the trailer. Just. Oh God. Learn to love your
gotta
arachnid
destroy
friends.
it, bro. You gotta destroy that spider.
No.
Alright, next game on this list. Next thing on the news. Paul, you're gonna love this one. 'Cause this one looks
Whoa.
interesting. It's called The Shore.
Yes, dude. Dude, I watched IGP play
Papa.
Okay, so you know about it.
It is my
this.
fault.
Once again, we are back on our Lovecraft kick. And this is nothing but that. I'm pretty sure in the first 5 seconds.
Boundaries are blurred.
Yeah, man.
Yep, there's the pop-off.
Oh,
There's the
God,
pop-off.
dude. This is the city of Relia. This impressive game tells an original. Yes, dude.
Yep.
If you are a indie fan and you,
Bro, wait, it's in the city? Of,
I
oh
think,
my God.
if I remember correctly, I can't remember.
That-
at all.
yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure it
Cthulhu.
is.
That's the city
Yeah.
where he's at.
Really?
Yeah,
Reliable.
however it is.
Really?
Something like that. Wow, that's so loud. I'm so sorry.
I
Let me
It's
back
fine.
up.
We're getting the true pop-offs. Just an extra one just in case. We're getting the true pop-offs of
Yeah,
everybody's stuff.
you're gonna have a blast editing.
You'd be surprised at how much is staying in and how much isn't.
Yeah, all these ear rapes.
He was
They
like,
have to- they have to
look,
say-
editing just means I have to make sure it doesn't kill the people when they listen to it. Doesn't always mean I get to take it out.
Dude, this looks so dope.
If
Oh
you
my
like
God.
indie games
This is
and you
how I
like
would
indie
imagine this.
gameplay, go to IGP on YouTube. That channel, they have, it's all indie games. It's just all indie games.
IGP, isn't that the guy that screams a lot while he plays?
I have not in the ones that I've seen that he's played. He talks a lot, but at least for all the games that I've watched him play, he shuts up when I need him to shut up.
But the shore just
But
to
he
be sure-
does scream a lot when he plays horror games, and he
Is his scream like?
kind of sort of
Maybe.
Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah.
I'm going out of his way to make sure I gotta edit these.
Bro, this looks.
yeah, man. It's this game is nutty, dude.
But the shore is a love.
Oh my God!
Lovecraft thing doesn't even need to describe it. You're in the city. The,
The
first
shore?
5 seconds of the thing we're watching has literally Cthulhu show up with his wings and everything. Like, it's just, if you like Lovecraft,
Bro, they
this is
got
the
the
first person.
architecture of that place.
I think
Perfect.
the first person puzzle game, actually. If anything.
Bro, the
nothing
statue.
but Cthulhu
Oh,
things
come
going on.
on, man. That's awesome.
If you like Lovecraft,
If you like
gonna
Lovecraft,
like the shore.
God.
this is the kind of stuff that I
What-
think
what
that
lies in the
J.J.
deep?
Abrams was trying to do with Prometheus, or would have tried to do with Prometheus.
Yeah.
Ridley
Ridley
Scott,
Scott?
excuse me.
I can
Yeah,
believe
Just have you read what the scripts were going to be, or they did some stuff was leaked as far as extended lore for all that stuff, and it's actually pretty interesting. But this just
Wasn't
reminds
there,
me of
like,
that incredibly.
concept art or something. With,
Look at this monolith, man. What is? Oh my god.
I believe it was concept art with
Bro, when he's like
Ripley?
around all those
Yeah,
faces,
as one of the
That guy.
as one of the aliens. That sounded super cool. I was like, I want to see this, but you know,
Yeah,
we're
bro.
not getting it. We're not getting it. Big sad.
You know what I love about Ridley Scott? He selfishly went on with the second Alien movie, and we could have gotten Neil Blomkamp's version, which actually had Sigourney Weaver, which would have been so much
Yeah.
better. Because he's a true fan, God
Mm-hmm.
forbid.
But check it. Next
Shame.
one on this list.
Shame.
Invincible. We got
Yes!
new trailers. Can't wait. Can't wait for this show. It's coming to Amazon Prime. Watch it. Watch it
A
so we can get
great
more
trailer.
seasons.
Who is invincible?
All right.
Ooh.
Here's the deal.
Ooh.
Without getting into spoilers. Okay, so Invincible is a comic book series that actually
Yes.
has a definitive end. It is more of an indie comic. I can't remember who made it. It's one of the most successful. I want to say it's one of the most successful indie comics. I think that's fair to say.
It is to me.
Yeah. I was like, but it is this man's take on the superhero genre, but it doesn't shy away from the messy details of it and it's not like a.
It's the Walking Dead creator makes this.
It really does not shy
Oh,
away
God.
from the messy details of being a superhero. Like,
Yeah, no,
if you're like a Superman style person,
If you haven't read any Invincible comics, which Invincible is an Image Comics universe superhero.
there we go. Confirmed. Yeah, there we go. I
bro,
need that.
But if you haven't read any Invincible, I would highly recommend reading Invincible before watching it. But at the same time, this trailer looks exactly like the comic.
They're doing it. And
Like,
I am
it
so
is.
excited.
This
This is the comic.
Oh, kids,
So
this ain't for you either.
Oh yeah,
the
Invincible
trailer,
hurts. Invincible is
the
messy.
trailer for that Lovecraftian game was playing in the background as he was falling to the ground, and all I heard as he was falling and screaming in the background was just like. I was like, whoa.
But Invincible is like it's just genuinely really cool. It's about like a Superman-esque archetype, or essentially a teenage Superman-esque archetype. The idea being that his dad is the Superman of this world, essentially. And it's initially a coming-of-age story about how he's becoming the superhero he not only wants to, but needs to be, like the Earth needs. And the struggle with doing that when you are actually way stronger than the people around you. And it deals with the morality of whether or not like how you should deal with people that are genuine problems. Like that story goes. It's really interesting, and like I said, the comics are done. Like it's one of the few
Oh my god.
superhero comic books, American comic books that just this is the beginning, this is the end. You can
People
get
die
to
here,
it.
folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
People
not.
die
this is
here,
not
folks.
for kids. People die here. They die here.
Bro,
in
I
Bruce
just
Wayne.
watched this man get hit with a
Parents,
hammer.
This is not for your children, right?
I would recommend if you like The Boys, you would like this. This is
Yes.
nowhere near as cynical as The Boys, though,
No.
which is fine because The Boys is so cynical.
Oh my god, dude. God.
The Boys
Just
are
watching
so
him
cynical.
come down.
Did you see the hammer
Like
part?
Invincible, this is for Invincible fans. And only Invincible fans are going to watch this.
Not true. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Okay. But like what I'm saying is Invincible fans,
Are gonna watch.
this will make people Invincible fans.
Oh yeah,
or
fair
at
enough. No,
least
definitely.
You'll go read the comic. And like if you don't know what Invincible is, this probably isn't. It's not going to impress you in the current market because we have superheroes everywhere. And with the
think it does
boys,
stand
I
out
just
myself.
if you're not a comic book reader, when you have the boys and you've got comic books out the wazoo and all kinds of comic book media, like the material that we've got right now, they're great. The superhero movies that we're getting, you've got a lot of it. So this may not, you may see this and be like, whatever. No,
I'll
I'll
say
get to
that
it when I
this
get to
does-
it. But
Yeah, I say it stands out in comparison to most of the stuff. Only because of the
this
fact that, like,
comic,
yeah, the only thing that's sort of like this is The Boys. And there's nothing that specifically looks like Invincible that's out now, currently. I think the closest thing that we could talk about that could even be similar to the tone that Invincible is bringing is Darkseid Wars.
oh,
As far as
God.
that movie goes.
Yeah, as far as the movie Justice League Dark Apocalypse War,
Or Dark Apocalypse, yeah.
dude, that, oh my god, man.
That's about as close as we could get to what is
That's the
happening
closest we can get. But
in Invincible. It's the
boy,
best
are you in
comparison.
for a ride if you decide to watch this.
I need to check
That
this
one's
comic.
That one has some crazy stuff going on.
Oh my god, dude, just look at this trailer. Do you see the blood in this? He just, oh god. I'm not gonna spoil the trailer for anybody because man,
Trust us though, we're not, like, for those that are wondering, we're not super gore heavy fans, but like we're definitely some stuff where it's like if you got a good idea and you're
When
not
you
afraid
go
to shy
there.
away from some stuff, it's like, man, I'll check it out. Because like me personally, I
it's-
know I'm not a gore fan. Like gore is not great for me.
gore
But
is not
Invincible is
impressive to
freaking
me.
cool though. Like
There's nothing
Invincible,
impressive about blood.
yeah.
Right? There's nothing impressive about seeing someone's entrails being strewn about. It's not impressive. But when you commit to
And
an
the story-
intensity and a story that is good, and you say, hey, this story is not This is not your Action Comics first issue Superman, bro. We're like, people are gonna get hurt, son. People are going to bleed, son.
This is Blackest Night, but grown up.
Yeah, like
son.
you commit to that kind of storytelling, then I'm down. Like I'm willing to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm an adult. You know, mature themes and mature media is out there for adults, right? And like, handle it. Be ready for it. If you're ready for it, be ready for it. Don't parents, please be careful about. I'm not saying overcrowd your kids, but be careful about what they're watching, what they're reading. I watched and read some stuff. I came out great, but I know a lot of people who didn't. So just be careful. Like I got to Invincible. I elevated myself. I walked a long road to get to the kind of graphicness that is Invincible and
got War.
in high school.
you know, like it takes. Don't just be responsible parents, but understand.
Yeah, like
if you're being a responsible parent, your kids should be able to be reading Invincible when they get around that age. Because this is cool stuff.
Also, as a responsible parent, just because you think manga is cute little Japanese characters doesn't mean
Do
your
not be
kid
fooled.
holding a book with a big sword on the cover means that he should be reading it. That mature label's there for a reason, my friends. There's a horse demon with a penis.
There's a horse demon.
My man really just went to berserk.
I don't need to say anything else than that. or the Baphomet.
All I'm
going
gonna
to
say is Griffith.
Griffiths is the problem.
A lot of rape.
Too much.
Whole lot of bad stuff
almost,
in that
like
show.
almost a genuinely concerning amount for me.
Legitimately needs to be stopped.
But, and apparently he's like really. Well, we won't bring that to the chat. Never mind. With the new chapter, if you've read it. But besides all that, if you're a grown up, Berserk is for you.
And going in the exact opposite direction of this entire conversation, tonal dissonance. We're all about that. Shovel Knight is being added. Shovel Knight is being added to For Honor.
Shovel Knight.
I have
Shovel
to leave.
Knight.
This is the perfect place for me to leave. I have to
Nah,
leave.
we got one more. It's fine.
No, not
We're almost done.
Demon
Really
game.
cool, dude.
Look, Andre, to specify this for those that don't know, just in case, Andre's got a bad time with For Honor. For Honor is the reason why TV doesn't exist
I think I was there for that shit.
For Honor definitively is the reason why TV
I
doesn't
like just
exist.
screaming in the background.
It's
Wait
like
a
there was one
Sounded like we were watching
less
like
TV
Goku going
existed
Super
after
Saiyan.
For Honor entered Andre's home.
Dre,
Man.
I'll never forget. I don't remember what game it was. You were like playing a game and you like spaced out. And you go, sorry man, I got a candle burning, and I knew exactly what that meant. You were watching that flame flicker for like 10 minutes. Just we have a pyro in our midst who also almost broke his controller. Or did you break a controller to Fortnite?
No, I punched the
Broke a
TV.
TV. You both
that's it.
almost
Yeah,
broke.
even
No,
better.
one of you did break a controller too. I will never forget this one. We were all playing
think I was there
Trials.
for that.
I have all. No, that was Paul.
Paul broke a
That
controller.
that time was
That was
Paul.
me.
I
I
have
broke
Yeah,
broken
that
a
one was
controller
different.
before, but I've broken at
And
least
threw the
3
controller
controllers
on
in
the
my
ground,
life. But Trials Fusion. Oh
Trials
my
Fusion.
god, that was funny. Hearing that controller smash through the mic,
We was like, oh
that
no.
thing got turned into paste. Oh god.
It was a good throw, man. I've gotten a lot stronger. I'm stronger than
Bro,
that,
what
so,
happened
you know?
about this is that there was a lot of us raging at that time. It was a whole group of people playing this. It was like, how many? It was a lot. It was a decent amount. And, and people were losing it. And I could hear Andre.
I remember, dude, I failed, and I just remember looking at the screen with a sick smile, and I go, ah! And just like,
just heard over the mic the
I'm a
murder
different
of the
man now.
controller.
Ooh. Oh god, wait. I need to send
But-
this.
I told you about Dark Souls 3, right? I twisted a controller in half, like I swear to God, I got the scar on my hand to prove it,
But
because it sliced me open.
I gotta say this. I'm glad. See, this is less about For Honor, honestly, in my opinion. And more about Shovel Knight.
It's more about
The boy Shovel Knight has made it into AAA games. That's all I gotta say. He's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
He can only go up from here. was like he made it into For Honor.
I've not played this yet. I really want to play Shovel.
And it's a little crossover event. I think they have like a couple helmets, some things like that, like little armor pieces and stuff like that. It's not like the full character's just a character. They'd be dope if they could just make him a full-on character in there, but I don't think we're getting that. But it's just something to be like, yo, Shovel Knight exists, and he's continuing. The train's still rolling. If you haven't played Shovel Knight, go play it. It's honestly like one of the best indie darlings. It's harkens back to that old Mega Man, Nintendo 64 era style stuff. I actually think it was even further back than that. It was like specifically what it's harking back to, but it's dope. It's dope. He's like, and now this indie darling is now appearing in full-on AAA games. I mean, he appeared in Smash, but like it's Smash. It's like the Game Awards, basically. Everybody can appear in Smash, depending. If you're a video game character, at the very least. I know you Goku fans are out there. You need to stop. Stop trying to get him in Smash. It's not happening. If it does, I don't know what to say if it does.
You have Jump Force. Just play Jump Force.
Just play Jump Force.
God.
That's rude to say. Actually, I'm not even going to say that. You have your Dragon Ball games. You have all your Dragon Ball games.
Yeah! Oh my god! Wait a minute!
He's not making it to Smash.
You must let it
Wait, who's not
go.
making it to Smash? My bad, I zoned out.
Must let go.
Goku.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goku's not making it in Smash. Nor Shrek.
I just
I'm
want
looking at you guys too.
Brothers. I want Alphonse Elric
Just put a bunch of anime.
in Smash. That would be awesome. You know, like before he knocks you out of the park, he goes, "Brother." Like, be the greatest thing.
I wanted Sora, but I found out that we can't get him. Square Enix specifically was like, nah. So I'm like, okay, I guess Square Enix just doesn't want Sora in there, even though he's like the #1 person that crosses between worlds.
More like Nomura.
But alright, fine. But
Yeah, where is he now?
bride,
Nothing like having your soul torn out just to find out.
I don't
that
even want to go back to Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't.
Although I did watch the stuff this morning and I remembered all the good times.
No, there's a lot of good times in that game,
I'm
but
okay
that
with
ending
how the
is.
series going. Gut wrenching until you get past the credits.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
And then on top of that DLC.
Yeah, I didn't play that.
Look, man, all I'm gonna say is that DLC is character suicide for everyone that's not Sora.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously? Ew.
Very quickly,
What's up?
Supergirl has been cast in the Flash movie.
Interesting.
Who is it?
Let me get a photo of her.
Is it Brie Larson?
It is not a blonde.
God,
She is
I would
a
hope
Latina
not.
actress.
It is
A
a what?
Latina. I hope I'm saying that properly, but
You can't have a Latina Supergirl. No,
but yeah, it's, she is gorgeous, man. I've never heard of this actress before.
Send me this for research.
Wait, hold on.
It's got to do research.
Time to do research. Looks over at oil. Well, buckaroo. Or what's Arthur Morgan say?
Well, buddy, looks like you and me on out a ride again.
Oh, we actually got
I'm
Overwatch
gonna put
2.
her name in. I'm gonna put her name
Lanny,
in the chat.
Here, tell me if it sounds like Arthur Morgan from over here, so I don't scream in
Oh,
my.
okay.
Lanny, hey, Lanny.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about that because I do have to go.
Oh, I understand. We only got one more.
You gotta
We
leave.
only got one more.
Actually,
We'll be
what time
done.
is
All right, it's got to be quick. It's got to be in like 2
Alright.
minutes.
Cool. Last one. Crazy Taxi fans, rejoice.
Okay, this was
Chaos
a
Taxi
good one to
exists.
stick around
Yep. We have a new game for you known as Taxi Chaos. By all means, it is just Crazy Taxi again. We're getting it. It looks awesome. Looks
It's
nice.
Crazy Taxi,
It's Crazy Taxi.
straight up.
If you,
You know,
haven't been playing Crazy
want
Taxi,
all we want is Crazy Taxi, or we want that Simpsons game
Sasha
again.
Callie?
If we can't
Oh.
have one of those, then just
this'll do.
dude,
This'll for surely do.
you're just running through people. Good God, man!
You're just doing it, bro.
God.
It's my road. It's my road.
You gotta get them there, bro. You have to get
Smash
them there.
everything. They tell you, get it out of your way. Hit everything and everyone. That's what you want to do.
It's like, be happy, rejoice.
Rejoice.
Rejoice in the love. of Crazy
I
Taxi.
emailed
in
you guys
Taxi
my
Chaos.
my Kindle login.
And get
It
paid
looks
for
awesome,
it.
honestly.
Yeah, man. Very simple trailer. Very, 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 very a new taxi experience. Look at all these cars, man. Like even the cars are just up. They're what is this? A Mustang? What is a Camaro?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome that like this shit finally got like upgraded to the new age. You know.
Oh my god, dude!
It's dope.
What a welcome surprise.
For real. But that is gonna do it for us this time on Paper Play Action. If you guys ever want to reach us or hit us up with any questions, please email us at paperplayaction@gmail.com. We'll gladly try to answer those. We'll have a section in the podcast for it. By all means, reach out. Like, we definitely just want you guys to interact with us as much as possible as well.
We love it.
But that is going to do it for us right now. We will catch you guys around. Everybody, go ahead and say your goodbyes on this one.
Goodbye. We love you. Thank you for
Bye. Have a
listening.
good one.
Always, always.
Thank you. Thank you.